With the power of hindsight, I realize I should have named the stream, Is This the Real Life or Is This Just Embossy? Jokes. Brew up the coffee. My delicious, delicious coffee. Get the avatars loaded in. There they go. Oh yeah, the embassy. Yeah, the whole case takes place in the embassy. You forgot that? Well, it's only the main location of the entire case. Why would you bother to remember that? Ahem. Oh, that's right. Missiles here. Delightful. Sifu. Yeah. I'm really sorry, sir, but I was unable to convince the ambassador. I was unable to obtain permission for us to examine the Prima statue. Oh yes, Damask the Second lays slain and dead. Old Bag is the Pink Princess and Larry's the Steel Samurai. Ahem. I see. That was the wrong voice. Really should have been more of a I see. Vet, but then, the investigation's at a standstill. Larry's here. Yes, he is. Agent Lang, I will go and speak with the ambassador personally. Save your breath. He may act all weak and frail, but the old man's one tough cookie. Beat Raving Rabbits too? I only ever beat the first one on the Wii, where Raymond makes a daring escape from prison. I guess you gotta be tough when you're representing a whole country, you know? Agent Lang. Started Rabbids TV Party. Isn't that like a Mario Party clone? What do you want? Let's hurry up and examine the statue already. But Sifu, what about causing an international incident? Quiet! I'll take the fall if I have to later.
Hold it!
Agent Lang, this hypothesis is mine, so if someone is to take responsibility, let it be me. Responsibility? We're gonna talk in such heavy terms, maybe I should let you. It'd be a problem for my men if something would happen to me. That's the third Raving Rabbids game. There's a Mario Party clone that's called Rabbids Party. Sure. Literally the only Rabbids game I played was the first one. It's Annoy Token O'Clock. Psh, always is on this channel. But at least I'm armed with my coffee. Ahem. Alright then, let's talk more investigating. Especially in the Maze and Rabbids 1. Yeah, I've played a few of the Rayman games. I played Origins and the first, couple Rayman platformers, but the only Rabbids game I played was Rayman's Raving Rabbids. And, yeah, I thought it was fine. I never got the charm of the Rabbids. I thought they were just like minions, which is to say, annoying. If we want to know the truth, we can't stop here. Action must be taken. Agent Lang, I'd like to run a luminol test on the statue. A luminol test? Ah, good thinking. Where we'd leave off in the game. We were getting permission to examine the statue in case, due to the fact that there's evidence it's been tampered with and there's a dead body in this room. Kay is also being blamed for the murder of another individual. There's an achievement exclusive to this case. First of all, there's a ladder and step ladder when I'm out in a courtyard. Okay, yes, I do want to... This is the part where I need to examine the sword and the shield on the statue, and I should get an achievement. If the statue's the murder weapon, some of the victim's blood should be on it. Okay, let's get the forensics team in here. I don't know where the shield is, but the sword's fairly obvious. That looks like you hit the jackpot, Mr. Prosecutor. I guess this means it's the real weapon that killed Damask II. Some guy hoisted this statue and beat him on the head with it? That seems harsh. Gaming off the rails a bit with the golden statue being a murder weapon. Well, there was evidence it was tampered with. I assumed it was more so just knocked over. Or perhaps rotated and reveals a secret passageway. Indeed. But with blood on it, then perhaps it is the murder weapon. I won't celebrate yet if I were you. This doesn't let your friend off the hook. It doesn't prove he didn't kill the Mass Second, so the charge remains. We are hardly done examining this statue, Agent Lang. Knowing that this is the real murder weapon, I believe further examination is required. Ha! You think so? Okay then, knock yourself out. Intend to direct partner showcase. Ah, here's how I rotate it. The partner showcase. Well, gee. I think we've got ourselves some evidence, but first the sword and the shield. Speaking of sword and shield, Pokemon. I saw the various highlights from the Pokemon thing. Got an announcement of Pac-Man World 2. Great. Pac-Man World 2. With his sword drawn and ready, it is certain there's a certain order of valor around him. Long Z says, those who hold a sword hold an equally strong will. It said the weapon one holds reflects the strength and will of one's character. I wonder if this was created as a show of the country's majesty. I was about to ask, so what do we think about whips then? For no reason. Oh, then what does Francie's whip say about her character? It says I'm ready to exact punishment on those that would break the law. Why are you glaring at me? I thought you understood that I'm not the killer. I believe in your case you wish to exact punishment before anything else happens. Saw Dragonite, the wings on his head could be a little bit smaller. I think Dragonite looks stupid. I think the big wings should be on his back and he should be painted blue. I think they absolutely should have changed the color to the more Dragonite and Dragonair types. I also think the wings on his head are stupid. I think they should have been on his back. Tail's fine. The tail with the bead on it that got longer, great. Make him blue like the other two. Put the wings on his back. You got yourself a banger mega. I don't even know if it's going to change type or anything. Or what it's going to boost. Watch it boost its special defense and nothing else. Now then, the shield. You got wings on the shoulder? Yeah, but they're real tiny. Where's Barbie? Psh, that was last month, Clover. There's a shield on his back. I wonder if that's supposed to mean that his back is covered. What a stupid observation. Long Z says those with a shield on their back deflect all enemies behind them. Boy, Long Z's got an awful lot of sayings, doesn't he? And you sure have them all memorized, don't you? It means that he is ready for any blindside attack that may come his way. Agent Lang, there's no need to attach overly complex meanings to such simple things. Ha! You don't seem to get Lang Z's saying, so I was explaining it to you. The saying itself is what I was referring to when I said overly complex, you know. There it is. Long Z says. Anyway, yeah, I think that's probably what they want me to look at. Just a hunch. And what do we have here? This dirty smudge. It looks like a handprint. What's a definitive piece of evidence like you doing under here? Looks like we got some fingerprints to analyze. Worst case scenario, these prints belong to Larry. If they belong to Larry, he did it. I know he didn't. I understand he didn't. But if those prints are Larry's, fuck it, he did it. I don't know how we're gonna explain it otherwise. Just take punishment, Larry. You did it. Long Z is based on Sun Tzu. Wouldn't surprise me. Lang has a lot to say about a bunch of topics. Yeah, quite. It looks like it's too late for me to do anything about that now. Hey, forensics guy. I want results on these fingerprints ASAP, you hear me? Well, that was quick. I have the analysis results, sir. Good. And, sir, about the prints we lifted from the bottom of the statue. Yeah, those, thanks. Thanks for reminding us, asshole. Well, You know, the victim of the murder in the Bobbley's Embossy? Yes? Prince belonged to him, to Mr. Manny Cochin, sir. Oh, well, that's... Interesting. We say Butts didn't walk away even he didn't kill anybody. Exactly, you get it. But that's... What's going on around here? No, that's impossible. Each springduck statue can only be handled by somebody of that country. But by the very fact that Mr. Cochin's fingerprints are on this one, it leads me to only one conclusion. This statue is actually Babal's Prima Duck statue. Impossible! It can't be! Yeah! That is the wrinkle, isn't it? Larry never once set foot on Bobbly's soil, so he was free to go. However, this new piece of information only served to confuse us even further. The ringleader of a smuggling operation was killed with an alabastian knife in Babal. And Damask II was killed on Alabastian soil with a Babbly's national treasure. And the mystery of the great thief Yatagarasu, who still looks like a Yu-Gi-Oh! Protagonist, visited both countries. The pieces were there, but I had yet to see the big picture for what they were to form. That was a weird... I got a phone survey that I like to answer the phone surveys if they're texts. The little weird, that one. The first question was normal, and the second question was a new one. So, you know, that happened. Site safety starts here. Safety helmets, boots, and high-vis vests must be worn at all times. Wow. They put a lot of effort into making that sign readable. Everyone. Miles Edgeworth, where is your helmet, boot, high-vis vest? It needs to be worn at all times, sir. I've left to mass the second's investigation of Francesca and return to the ball. I suppose my first order of business should be to look into the ball's statue. Mr. Edgeworth. Oh. This gaggle of freaks. So, Kay, what's the situation?
Oh, it's great. Investigating is so much fun.
In other words, they've made absolutely no progress.
We weren't goofing off, honest, sir.
They're absolutely goofing off.
We've been investigating our hearts out.
Very well then, would you care to give me an update on your investigation?
Oh, we had a really fun time, sir.
I knew it. Zero progress. In any case, Detective Gumshoe.
Yes, sir.
You have permission to enter the Alabastian Embassy, is that correct?
Yup. As a local detective, I'm helping out with the investigation on both sides, sir.
Good. In that case, I can leave these pieces of evidence with you. Oh. They belong to the lady under the pink princess's mask. Yeah, he gave him the note in the underwear. He's like, I don't want this. Get it away from me. Post-haste, detective. You think that's the only thing these two do? Well, you know. Kay might have stolen something.
The pink princess. What kind of lady was playing her, sir?
The kind that was also playing the role of the pink badger yesterday.
Ah.
Oh, understood, sir.
If I happen to run into her, I'll give them back to her. And if I don't, I guess I'll unload them somewhere.
He doesn't seem all that enthused to find her, but I can't blame him. He doesn't seem enthused to find Old Bag, but then again, same, bro, so... Now then, I don't believe I'll be needing this anymore either.
What? Are you really gonna throw that autograph away?
Yes, because that steel samurai was a fake. Refuses to acknowledge Larry Butts as the steel samurai. Wait, what? What do you mean by fake?
Now then, I believe it's time for a little housekeeping. Unnecessary evidence has been removed, remaining evidence has been rearranged. Let's see what that looks like. And we have my badge, obviously the most important. The guide, the ball statue, the dead body, the knife, the key, Cadofian papers, the Bobbly's knife handle. The box of samurai dogs is relevant, I guess. Damask II's note, passion flowers, counterfeit bills, Bobbly's ink, the samurai spear, and Alabast's Prima statue. Let's examine this ladder real quick. A ladder.
Actually, that's a step ladder.
What are you, Clover? They're the exact same thing.
No way. From their structure up, they're totally different. But of course, from a thief's perspective, the best kind of ladder is a rope ladder. A step ladder is much too heavy to carry around, after all.
And from a prosecutor's perspective, any type of ladder is guilty of being dangerous during an earthquake. I suppose? I don't know if a rope ladder actually would be. I mean, it'd be swaying, but it wouldn't get knocked over, probably. So it has to dangle on something. The classic ladder versus step ladder argument. About as fake as Siren's tits. I am not familiar with that expression, but it's a good one. Even the Ace Attorney Wiki is like, yeah, Edgeworth's a Steel Samurai fanboy, and Dean closeted about being a fanboy. True. Oh, we're investigating the stage, I see. Alright, Manny, or, Paliano. Ah, so you're back now, are you, Mr. Edgeworth? You must be tired. Here, with these you can eat wherever you'd like. And these are discount tickets for our cafeteria. They're open tomorrow at 10 in the morning. I appreciate the concern, however these coupons do nothing for me right now. This open-air stage, what function does it serve exactly? It's an open-air stage, Edgeworth. Well, normally we use it for a variety of events. It's all to attract that extra bit of attention to a ball. But I heard tonight over in the Alabastian Rose Garden, the Ambassador Alba was to give a speech. And do you know what? Manny told me I really should give a speech too. Mr. Cochin told you that? Yes, he did. Which is why I thought I should give a speech of my own. But unfortunately, I wasn't able to. Because of the fire the Yaragrasu started. Exactly. Ambassador Paliano, I'd like to ask you a little bit more about the Prima statues. Oh, I see. Very well, let me ask you this. Did you know that Alabast and Babal used to be one country called Cadovia? Yes, I know that much about your history. Well, the Prima statue belonged to the founders of Cadopia. At least that's how the story goes. It was bequeathed to the King of Cadopia as a symbol of our country's wealth. So it was meant as a symbol of sovereignty and the right to rule, I take it. Yes, that's right, which is why both countries are so adamant about their claim. We hold the real statue, therefore we hold the right to rule, is the reasoning. It's pretty petty when you think about it, though, I suppose. Yeah, it is. But if Alabast and Babal were to re-establish relations, shouldn't that put an end to the squabbling over the statue? I have no reason to believe so. They split up in what seems like a pretty neutral setting. They even share an embassy still. Why would they reunite? The Prima Duck statue is even more important now as a key to diplomacy. I wonder if Master Pariano knows about what has happened to the very important key to diplomacy. Perhaps we'll try showing him this key and see what he has to say about it. Well, probably the key that's also a knife, but we'll get to that. And Master Paliano, there's just one thing I'd like to ask you about. Yes, oh, and don't worry, you ask me any more than just one thing. How about 2 or 3? In exchange, I expect you're coming to the ball, yes, I have a coupon. Thank you, but just one thing is all I require. Manny Cochin, I'd like to ask you about this man who is your secretary. Sure, I'll tell you what I know. Thank you for the cooperation, Ambassador. He was, well, if I had to put it in one word, he was an able man. If there was anything I needed as ambassador, he was able to get it for me. To think that a man like that had a hand in smuggling ring right under my nose, going completely unnoticed. I was definitely ignorant of it. Actually, I suppose because he was an able man, I was unable to detect his dirty dealings. Certainly not able to detect them, that's me. Ha ha! Coupons! You don't like him? Oh, but Penguin! I'll give you a coupon! It sounds like Mr. Coachner's very sharp mind. Recently, Manny had been really busy. Since I became the Bobblies representative at the country's Unification Council, or CUC for short. He's been working tirelessly to cover my work for me. I'm sorry, but what is this Country Unification Council, or CUC? Oh, well, you see, had tonight's events proceeded without a hitch, our two countries were to reunify and become one again. Wow. Really sorted those differences out in the last 8 years or whatever. But I guess with how things turned out, that dream won't be realized anytime soon. I suppose not. Why are the events of this one embassy so vital to the rest of the country? Surely the country is where this should all be being worked out, and not a fucking embassy on U.S. soil. Oh, right. I have to present that to him. The key. So, this key can become a knife. That's some trick. The key was originally stolen from your embassy 7 years ago. Yes, yes. My, this is fascinating. Have a coupon. Are you listening to me at all, Ambassador? Wow, this is really fascinating. I'm so absorbed in playing with the key that my voice is failing to reach him. Okay, well. Fair enough. Master Palliano, if you could take a look at this for me. The Prima Duck statue sitting in us right now actually belongs to Babal. So it would appear. I received a call from Miss Von Karma about this earlier. Then you understand why I wish to inspect Babal's Prima Duck statue immediately? It's been a fucking week? True. Only good thing that happened to me today was my fucking registration for my car came in. I'm going to the booze store after stream. Hitting the Sauce Boys. Sauce Boys, by the way, is what I usually refer to hot dogs. I don't know. Don't ask me a follow-up question to that. I committed to the bit without knowing where it was going and just kind of went with it. Because the statue currently in your country's possession. Yes, well, I've already inspected it myself. Have a coupon. And it is definitely Alabast's statue. I know because it's the real statue. You're freely admitting that, which is bold of you, but still. Then you're saying the balls was a replica? I'm embarrassed to say it's true, even though I knew someday it would be exposed. Have a coupon. I received my orders from the leader of Babal, and I was to negotiate with Ambassador Alba at this event. I was to negotiate with him and fix the results of the evaluation tonight. To say that we could not determine which statue was the real one.
Hold it!
On Interstate 84. I thought it was 81. Why are you telling me this? Well, because you already figured it out. Our statue's just a hollow gold shell. Ah, Arg, you were saying earlier. Their statue's a hollow gold shell, which seems like a dead giveaway, by the way. You couldn't even make it a fucking solid gold statue? Yet you cheaped out and made it hollow? What? You're trying to fool an entire 2 nations worth of people, and you couldn't spring for a solid gold statue? It was 83. Ah, yes, of course. Fucking cheap bastards. No wonder they have coupons for everything. Oh, you know what? They probably got the statue with a coupon. When they saw 40% off, they didn't realize it meant the inside of the statue was the 40%. But that does mean any old jackass could probably lift it. Gold's notoriously light, and a hollow gold shell would not be super heavy. That being said, it probably isn't enough to beat someone over the head with and murder them. Even if Babal were to lose face, the reunification of the country is what's important. I'm right in thinking that, aren't I? I'm not making a mistake, right? Have a coupon. I don't know. If you don't know yourself, then I won't pretend to either. I never thought that by being betrayed by my own secretary, the real symbol of wealth would be given to me. Isn't that simply ironic? Well. Can I go now? Ah, apparently not. Do I investigate the stage? It would appear the stage is also scheduled to be renovated.
You know, I would love to perform on a stage like this.
You're a thief, what?
Something like the greatest great thief show.
I should think it would be a bad idea for a thief to show their face to the world. No, I'm not going back to Alabasta. Just want to talk to Gumshoe. Thank you. The country where Max Jr. got off has a fake hollow statue at the other country. Okay. To clarify, because a series of events happened, the two countries each have a gold statue claiming to be the real one. Babal, where the fire was, has the fake one, and Alabast, where the not fire but still a murder happened, has the real one. However, for some reason, the statues have been switched. So, Alabast has Babal's statue, so currently the fake hollow one is in the room with Damask II, and the real, presumably not hollow one, is in the room with Manny Cochin that was lit on fire. So the statues were switched at some point. That's what's been happening. Minecraft Smurfs DLC! What am I playing this bullshit for? Let's go! I don't know. I don't play that shit. Minecraft? You're kidding me. Anyway.
Mr. Edgeworth.
Look like you've enjoyed yourself, Detective.
Well, I don't have much else I enjoy as much as good investigations, huh?
So, what did you find out?
Ah, well.
I take it he's found nothing of particular use, as usual.
Hey, Mr. Edgeworth, I got something really interesting from Ambassador Pawiano.
Oh, okay. Gee, wonder if the statue switcheroo is somehow related to the murders. Well, that's the thing. The guy who's dead in the room with the hollow statue, I don't see how a hollow statue, even one made of gold, would be heavy enough to bash a man to death and not be, like, dented in any way. A solid one, absolutely. A hollow one, I'm not so sure. Oh, and what is this? Something interesting. You tried to play Minecraft once, you got launched off a cliff. Minecraft is fine when I have some friends, but number one, their multiplayer fucking sucks. You have to buy your own server. It's insane. And number two, it's just, after like a week or two, there's nothing to do, and I just get bored of it. I'm like, alright. Moving on to a game that has a plot and things happen in it.
This,
That's not a coupon book, what the hell? That's actually really cool.
Wow, that's so pretty. I'm so jealous. That's a real treasure there.
Why does the flame burn green, Detective?
So apparently, if you burn the special wit crystal oil that they make only in Babal, it burns this green color, sir.
Interesting. So it's a special property of the oil. I suppose it's a ploy to force people to visit Babal should the oil run out. What?
Hey, Gummy, what about these silhouettes? They stuck some cutouts on the outside of the lantern to project the image.
Oh, silhouettes, They're rather pretty, aren't they? Interesting observation. Wait, what am I doing? I was supposed to be asking for an update on the investigation. I was gonna say, 2 men are dead, Edgeworth.
Hey, what's wrong?
There's something I want to investigate. You to investigate for me. Do you think you can do that much?
Uh-huh. You got it, sir. Hey, that's not fair. Why is Gummy Game do all the fun stuff? Ah, well, that's because I'm Mr. Edgeworth's partner. Ah! I can't believe you took advantage of the confusion and stole my role as assistant.
I expect the two of you to get along and work together like professionals on this. One of them is a 17-year-old girl, Edgeworth.
Hey, where are you going? Are you headed back to Alabast?
Yes, but before I do, fucking see it, Babal. I suppose I should give you a summary of what happened. One summary later. Gold is not a hard metal, no. Solid gold at least would weigh enough to probably beat a man to death. That statue's like the size of an entire human body. But that's the thing, it's also... A solid gold statue that size would be heavy as shit, so it'd be... You'd have to be pretty fucking yoked to lift it and beat someone to death with it. The other one ain't much better either. True.
Oh, I see. So there's been a murder in both countries using an object from the other country.
That's the gist of it. Bivol is just as strict as Alabast in their inspection of people and things that enter their country. Are they? Because I was asked to come on through, no problems, please visit our country, multiple times from Babal. Alabast, I had to go through a whole thing. A real generous cavity search, if you know what I'm saying. Meaning that somehow both murder weapons were smuggled into the two countries. That's the only logical conclusion that can be drawn. Perhaps the key to the weapon smuggling is the person who traversed both countries.
You mean the fake Yatagarasu?
In one way or another, the Yatagarasu is connected. Of this I am sure. Now then, where's the Yatagarasu first spotted? I believe it was the Rose Garden of Alabastian side of the Embossy. And the garden is just on the other side of this boundary. It's where Ambassador Alba was to give his speech tonight. At least that's why I heard the Yatagarasu would appear. In that case, I believe it's vital that I investigate the Rose Garden post-haste.
Wait, before you go, take a look at this, Mr. Edgeworth.
What is this?
My guess is it's a guitar pick. I picked it up just now, over there. Do you think it'll be of any use?
There's little water on it, but how did the water get on it? Doesn't look like there's anything could get wet from around here.
I was thinking, they have concerts here at this open-air stage from time to time, right?
Alright, I'll find its owner later. A pick. It's also wet for some reason. Alright.
Oh yeah, there's one more thing. Mr. Edgeworth, would you be willing to hold on to this?
What is this?
It's misused perfume. It's the bottle that woman left behind that I found 7 years ago.
Hey, I don't know much about perfume. Anyone who does, feel free to enlighten me. Would perfume in a bottle left alone for 7 years go bad? I don't know. I don't know much about perfume, so I don't know if perfume can go bad, but you're leaving it alone in a bottle for 7 years. Would the smell maybe dissipate, is what I'm saying.
I thought that,
Can't help you? Well,
thought that one day it'd be of some use tracking her down. So I keep it safe at all times.
thank you. I'd be honored to hold on to it for you. I wouldn't use it? Yeah, well, it was left behind by Callisto Yu 7 years ago. Kay has been safeguarding it. I think I'll be returning to the investigation of Alabast now.
I know. I'll go back to Babal and do some more investigating there.
Ah, the Rose Garden. Well, I have a hunch on how this guitar pick got wet, and it has to do with this fountain. I see your back, Miles Edgeworth. That has to be Von Karma, right? I see your back, Miles Edgeworth. Yeah. Why the question marks? We know who that is.
How are things in Babal?
A used bottle for 7 years, unless it's solid gold. A lot of solid gold in this case. Or diamond, why keep it? Well, it belonged to the woman that murdered her dad, Arg. She's probably keeping it for symbolic reasons. It's either of those things, why even discard it in the first place? She's supposed to be the fake Yatagarasu, this woman that murdered her dad, so... Yeah, again, I assume it's like a symbolic thing, a memento. When she catches up to her, she'll like give it back and be like, "This belongs to you!" Although I can't really say I expect much from Scruffians ago. The investigation into Manny Cochin's death hasn't really progressed any. However, the investigation into the Yatagarasu has.
Ah, yes, the Yatagarasu. Even though I find it hard to believe. A person can freely traverse between two countries at will?
Preposterous. Well, that's what I came here to investigate. I heard that this is where witnesses claim to have seen the Yatagarasu. She's preparing for revenge, exactly. Oh, hey, the guitar pick is just the petal of the flower on that thing. Anyway.
That's correct. Ambassador Alba was to give a speech here tonight in Alabasta. That's when the Yatagarasu appeared.
There he is. She. There they are. Ready to challenge you to a duel with his Ojama deck because he is a Yu-Gi-Oh character. I know I'm harping on it. That just looks like the hair of a Yu-Gi-Oh character, you know? The fucking swoop to the side and the going up. Like, goddamn, dude. Why is it always card game anime, people? Yu-Gi-Oh! Protagonists. Is there anyone in particular, like, whose hair that looks like? Ooh, some strong contenders, I'm saying. Ooh, actually, was that Vrains? The Link summoning one? Yeah, the kid from Vrains actually does kind of look like that. Holy shit. Your protagonist, Vrains? No, it's not Vrains. What the fuck is that one? He's got a... What is that? That's Firewall Dragon. Who the fuck are you? Who is that guy? Who is that masked man? I can't pull it up, unfortunately. He's just that guy. Maybe he transforms or something. Wouldn't surprise me. It's a fucking Yu-Gi-Oh show. It'd actually be weird if they didn't transform in some way. That's kind of the whole thing about... Oh, yeah, he is Vrains. He's like Vrains' alter ego, I guess. Now that I'm Google imaging it, there's a whole lot of him making out with himself. That's something to explore later. Anyway. It's your birthday month? Wow. A whole month just for you, huh?
After that, there was a fire at the Babalese embassy, and that the Yatagarasu started.
I vow that not a single feather from the Yatagarasu shall escape my diligence. It's my fake birthday month, if that counts for anything. Alright, we got some knocked over lights, some statue. What the fuck's going on here? More lights. Who's knocking over all the damn lights? Oh, I wanted to give a speech. So, this is where Ambassador Alba was to give his speech.
The stage was set up nicely. However, where was the audience supposed to sit?
Perhaps they were supposed to sit around the edge of the pool?
That's such poor planning. There's no place other than a spot or two by the pool. Zeru should have made seating arrangements like how the gallery is set up in this court.
Indeed, you can sense the consideration for the viewers was taken with those.
So in the end, the speaker's audience were to stand the whole time?
Yes, although I suspect the audience would have liked to sit down after a while. I suppose Ambassador Alba sat in this chair.
Ambassador Alba is very elderly. The chair was prepared for him should he have gotten tired during his speech.
In that case, why didn't he plan to make his speech sitting down in the first place?
The ambassador is also quite prideful, that's why.
He sounds like my old principal from grade school, who'd speak at assemblies. Interesting comparison, but sure. How's it going, Lang? Have you finished checking out all the bystanders? Yes, sir. And we found 14 counts of pickpocketing, 16 counts of illegal parking, and one person that ran a red light, sir. Wow! It's crazy how that one person guilty of all three is from Maryland. Don't tell me you didn't find out anything related to the case. Sir, not a single thing, sir. Well, for now, let's just get those other lawbreakers down to the precinct. Agent Lang. Well, if it isn't Mr. Prosecutor. I would just like to thank you for your assistance earlier. Make no mistake, it's not like I was trying to help you with what I did. After I left, did you receive word from Ambassador Alba? We're about to wrap up our bodyguard assignment at the end of the day. Oddly enough, we received word from HQ to return on an urgent matter. Ha! As if I can be so easily called away from this case after I've come this far. I swear I'll find the truth and drag it out screaming into the light. You're with me on that, right, Mr. Prosecutor? You're working as Ambassador Alba's bodyguard at the time. Naturally, you witnessed when the Yatagarasu appeared, correct? I hate you? That's not true. Mods, ban that woman.
Yeah, I saw the thief all right, with my own 2 eyes. Looked like a fucking Yu-Gi-Oh protagonist. The Yatagrasu's there, lurking in the shadows. When the spotlight was turned on for Ambassador Alba's speech, a shadow appeared. That's when cries of, "It's the Yatagarasu," ran out. The next second, the spotlight went out, and by the time we got the area lit again, the deft thief had vanished. Must investigate afterwards. We found the reason the headlights went out was because somebody had unplugged the extension plug from all the outdoor electronics. Whether it was someone's doing it on purpose, or simply a guest who had tripped over it, we don't know. But one thing is for certain, Yatagarasu was here. You're saying basically all you saw was the thief's silhouette. Yes.
Objection!
If all you saw was a shadow, then it's entirely possible the shadow belonged to somebody else. Ha! Good thinking, sis. You just might be right. If it weren't for the fact that there was no one else with that same shape, not among the staff or audience members. My men have already done a thorough check of everyone, so I know I'm right. Someone else's shadow? That sounds like a plausible hypothesis. Alright, knocked over lights. There's no return spotlight here. When the Yatagarasu appeared, the audience that was waiting for the speech to start panicked. I suppose that's when someone must have knocked it over. I'm having a tough time visualizing the mass confusion that took place here. I thought to use my whip to capture the Yatagarasu. However, there were people in my way, and I was unable to land even a single lash. I suppose this means some other poor saps were hit instead. Poor saps. Okay. Same for every spotlight. A statue of a woman. I wonder if the lady is pouring water. As opposed to what? It says it's a statue of the queen who spoke of love to King Prima Dux. Well, Ms. Edgeworth, it seems you are lousy at reading a woman's heart. Yo, same, Edgeworth. I opened my mouth with a statue and she somehow made the leap to that. Is it possible the Yatagarasu hid in these bushes? Of course not. They're rose bushes. You've been spending too much time with Scruffy and that girl, and they're rubbing off on you. That's alright, I'll wake you out of your stupor. Why couldn't she have hidden in a rose bush? Next time you feel like sleep talking, remember that I'll whip you for real. All I try to do is offer a possibility, and this is what I get. There are roses scattered on the surface of the water, creating a pleasant fragrance. It's not just for aesthetics. The pool's water also used for putting out fires. I see. Oh! The pool stopped filling itself automatically. Well, that was convenient. The fountain spouts are set to stay open until the pool's water reaches a certain level. If this water is used to put out fires, I suppose it must be refilled to its normal level. It's not a lot of water in that pool. Have you considered an actual sprinkler system? We suggest this pool was recently used in the Embossy. Gee, what do we think, Edgeworth? I'll take some notes about it just in case. Do we think maybe... What are you doing in there? What the fuck, Larry? Larold. I was not ready for the Larry jump scare. How dare you surprise me like that? I'm sorry. Oh, hey, G. Thanks for what you did back there. Your gratitude alone is enough. More importantly, Larry, this pool is not for your personal enjoyment. I know that. Do you really think I'm the type to just jump into a pool and swim around for fun? Yes.
Objection!
All right, then. Did you by chance fall into the pool? Nice guess, but no dice. So you know my son, right, Edgy? No? Your son? I guess I kind of lost sight of him when I shook hands with the ambassador. And I'm pretty sure he was around here when I last saw him! So imbecile! How could you be so flippant in a time like this? What are you going to do if your son fell into the pool? And how old is this child of yours anyway? Huh? Oh, how old is he again?
Is he referring to the prop? Like the doll of the baby that the character he plays has? For sure, the only cretin who jump in a pool with full body and swim around for fun. Yeah, I think even Gumshoe and Kay would be like, I'm not doing that.
Hold it!
Larry, this is the first I've heard of a son. Who exactly is the mother? The mother? Oh, that chick, the pink princess. The pink princess?
Hold it!
Miss Von Karma. I was a bit confused by this man's words for a bit there. However, I believe what he is looking for is the doll of the Iron Infant. Yep, because I'm the Steel Samurai through and through, heart and soul. And the Iron Infant is my cute little son. You have given a whole new meaning to the phrase, an astounding fool. Oh, poor Francesca. She hates him so much. And for good reason. Larry, we have not seen hide nor hair of the Iron Infant. Rest assured, if we should find him, we'll let you know. Now get out of there. Sounds good. In that case, I'll go search over there. Wait! Oh, for... It's not as if he'll get very far swimming around in that pool. And though he's unrelated to the murders, he sure knows how to cause a lot of trouble. That man is released from police custody, and the first thing he does is jump into a fucking pool. What a maroon. His statue bears a resemblance to the Prima Duck statue. In a way. It's posed differently, but the armor's the same. The plaque says, King Prima Dux ends the battlefield. In order to save the Queen, King Prima Dux put his life on the line and went to war. The Prima Dux is actually a person of royal blood. I thought he was simply someone imitating a character from ancient legend. Well, what surprises me is that a real person who looked like a Steel Samurai exists. I suppose there's that too. The suddenly appearing and disappearing shadow of the Arikarasu. I believe I figured out its true origin. Is it the spotlights and the statues? Is that the game we're playing? I expected no less from my subordinate. Now let's hear what you know on the subject. What really casts a shadow of the Arikarasu? Can I, like... I mean... It's a combination of the statues is the thing, right? Like... And the spotlights, but, like...
Take that!
I think it's this. Is it not possible it was created by this statue?
Attention!
Are you playing me for a fool, Mazetworth? This statue bears absolutely no resemblance to the shadow of the Arikarasu. You're correct, however, this statue is but one part of the whole picture. What do you mean by only one part? What is the other part of the real form of the Arikarasu statue? Well, it'd be the other statue, right?
Take that!
It's another statue. The Arikarasu shadow is made from the shadows of these two statues. Made? What do you mean by that? Right now the spotlights are all over the place. This is because they were moved when the guests were in panicked state. However, if we were to restore the lights to where they were when the thief appeared, you believe the two shadows will create the Arikarasu shadow? Precisely. Now then, watch as I reveal the true form of the Arikarasu. First, if we set up a spotlight to cast shadow of the King Prima Dux of the battlefield, that do be looking like the Arikarasu. The shadow of the king's statue would appear on the backdrop of the stage. Likewise, if we light up the queen who spoke of love to King Prima Dux, that does not look like the Arikarasu. Her silhouette would also appear on the backdrop of the stage. Aha! So if you combine the two statues, that looks like a unicorn. Like a woman with a horn and hands going, ha-ha, I'm a unicorn now. It looks nothing like the Arikarasu statue. Mazetworth, how do you explain this grotesque shape? Calm down, Francesca. The way the light needs to be shown on the Queen statue is wrong. What do you mean by that? I believe the whole of the King statue needs to be used for this to work. However, in the case of the statue of the Queen, I don't believe her whole shadow is needed. Rather, the person who created the statue used only one part. Only one part? It would be the hand, if that's what I'm looking at, surely, right? Yes, and the one part alone is enough to fill in the rest of the Yatagarasu statue. Why didn't you say so in the first place? You're right, I apologize. What part of the Queen statue is used to complete the Yatagarasu's shadow? It's gotta be the hand, even though it doesn't look a damn thing like it.
Take that!
Think back to what's missing about the statue. 5 long, thin areas, correct? What does that remind you of? Ah, that's right. It can only be the statue of the Queen's left hand. Francisca, could we please adjust the spotlight's position so that it only shines on the Queen's left hand? Alright, let's give it a try and see what we get. Well, pretty definitive, I'd say. This is exactly like the shadow I saw. The culprit must have changed the spotlight's positioning beforehand, and then pulled the plug after people saw what the culprit wanted them to see. In their panic, the guests must have moved the spotlights around, which we can assume is also part of the culprit's plan. By the time the lights came back on, the Yatagarasu's shadow had vanished, which means the shadow was a construct from the very beginning. You see, the Yatagarasu never did visit the Alabasta night. The only country that he visited was Babal, although it can be assumed that the Yatagarasu had an accomplice in Alabasta. An accomplice? But who? I haven't figured that out yet, but I assume it was the person who set up the shadow show. As that's the biggest clue yet is solving the case existence of this accomplice. Hooray! How's the investigation going? I'm not gonna lie. I don't know what it is. I think something about today has me, like, kind of exhausted. I am... This case is one that drags and I want to get through it, but I am, like... Even with coffee in my blood, I am falling asleep. It is like... Oh, it's bad. If bad have come to join us in investigating the Yatagarasu. I've left the murder in Agent Lang's charge, and my only target from the very beginning is the Yatagarasu, so yes. So, what have you found out? I got a piece of evidence. May I see it? Sure, but you might regret it. We're here because we're ready to face whatever may come. So if you please... People heard the commotion, bystanders started gathering, and one woman claimed, "I'm telling you, I'm a genuine international journalist." That would be a lot of heart, no doubt. She gave me an interesting picture. A journalist? Well, actually, she's a freelance cameraman. But this is the photo I got from her. Huh. What in the world? The Yatagarasu is flying through the air. The times they are a-changing. It's not just man, but evidence. Even they lie to us now. When was this photo taken? Apparently right after the fires on the 4th and 5th floors were put out. It was taken from a nearby building that you can see the embassy from. I see, so this was taken after the fire. Taken before the fire. The blur in this picture took off from the Babwe's embassy. Flew over the boundary and headed for the embassy of Alabasta.
Objection!
This is simply not possible. People are incapable of flight, and I'm fucking sick and tired of every game I'm been in having to establish this. Is that a fact? I've had the pleasure of dealing with a case involving a flying person once. Yeah, she's had it twice. Actually, come to think of it, I've come across a case like that as well. 2, actually.
Shout out to previous games, the worst case in the series and one of the best cases in the series. And one of them involved Larry, because of course it fucking did. Maybe it happens more often than we think. Am I up to the task of solving the mystery behind this photograph? Well, the Yatagarasu took off from the Bubbly's embassy, so I should start there. Francesca, I need to return to the ball investigation for a bit.
Alright. I'll continue investigating this side of the building.
Alright, I'm counting on you. Hello, Kay. Long time no see.
Welcome back, Mr. Edgeworth. Now, come on, let's get back to our investigation.
Yes, let's. Fucking sorry. They could have made, like, the threshold of where I cross over a little bit easier. Or a little bit more avoidable, I guess.
Guys, it's two of the most important landmarks in the U.S. and some rinky-dink rat bastard who cares third one, according to Clover. The Statue of Liberty, the Space Needle, and something no one has ever been to visit before in their lives. I think after all that running around, we're right back where we started.
It would appear that way. Hi, Mr. Edgeworth. Have you found Manny's killer yet? I'm terribly sorry, Pariano, but I have yet to find the killer. And then I guess his murder really was the work of the Yatagarasu. Have a coupon.
Let's get one thing straight. It was the work of the fake Yatagarasu. The real Yatagarasu is a noble vigilante who's only out to steal the truth.
Miss Faraday, please don't make such sad face. If there's anything I can do for you, all you have to do is ask, alright? Have a coupon.
Mr. Paliano.
Actually, there is one thing you can do. Will you allow us to take another look around? We didn't have enough time to conduct a thorough investigation earlier. Oh, sure! Feel free to investigate to your heart's content. Also, there are a few questions I'd like to ask you personally, Ambassador. If it'll bring a smile back to Miss Faraday's face, then I'll gladly answer anything.
Thank you, Mr. Paliano. You're a total gentleman.
You don't have to waste such nice words on me, little miss.
Hey, Sir Paliano.
Those two sure got chummy awfully quick.
You know, it's easy to say we're going to have to investigate, but where should we begin?
We should probably start by comparing the state of the room before and after the fire. And then we should look into the matter of the suspicious person you spotted.
Yeah, when it came to the room, that person was already gone. But I'm willing to bet the person I was chasing was Mr. Cochin's killer.
We don't know that yet. However, it's hard to believe that person is unrelated. Furthermore, because the key to the Yatagarasu who stole 7 years ago was found here, it signals that perhaps Miss Yu is also somehow involved.
I knew it. That woman is almost definitely Mr. Cochin's killer.
Yet again, we don't know that. There are too many mysteries to be solved here. Speaking of the Yatagarasu and mysteries, I received a most mysterious photo from Detective Bad.
Uncle Bad? He's taking part in the investigation too?
Yes, he's been... Uncle Bad? Chasing the Yatagarasu all these years.
Uncle Bad.
Now then, I was told the photo was taken just after the fire.
Well, this kind of looks like the person in the long coat I was chasing. Does this mean I was chasing the fake Yatagarasu after all?
I don't know the answer to your question, but I don't think people can fly either.
But this could be how a person escaped.
Well, we'll need to investigate a bit more before we can say anything like that. In any case, let's not dawdle. And pick up the investigation where we left off. Just checking my messages. Alrighty. I can now investigate the desk, the window, and the fireplace and all that. They were off limits prior. God, I am so tired. I don't know what it is. I blame it's been a long day. Work got me all tuckered out. It appears this heavy was heavily damaged by the fire. Not that ink, though, fortunately. A lot of ledgers and books, though.
Yeah, I guess we should hurry up and start examining everything.
Every suspicious-looking nook and cranny. Okay. I will say for a fire, the chair remains markedly undamaged as well. There's a bottle of Babbly zinc on Cochin's desk.
Looks like there's still a lot of ink left inside. The seal's unbroken, so the fire probably couldn't get into the bottle and burn up the ink. Mr. Palliano, looks like your precious Bobbly's ink is all right after all.
What? That's odd.
Hold it!
Ambassador, what do you mean by that? Well, it's just there is something strange about the ink. Would you mind elaborating on that statement for me, please?
Guess I can ask him about it now. This is why you always investigate and then talk to people. Looks like a bunch of flyers with coupons attached to them. Ball sure gives away a lot of different coupons. Maybe I should create one of my own. I can call it the Great Thief Coupon.
What sort of discount would you net to you?
5-finger kind. What else? I'd steal an extra thing or two for the bearer. Things such as the truth. What else would I steal?
What I wouldn't give to have a mountain of your coupons right now.
Medic Cochin. His name is written here on this nameplate. Why would you put a nameplate with your name on it in your own office?
It's supposed to inform people in case they walked into the wrong room by mistake.
Maybe it's also there to remind you of your own name if you forget.
Well, either way, it's never a bad thing to have a nameplate on one's desk. There's only one book left behind, Treasures of the World.
Wait, what? Let me see that. Uh-huh, I see. Ah. The most important part was blackened by the fire. Why, cruel fate? Why?
They get some special quality, wonder if it's related. Well, when it burns, it's supposed to grow bright green, I think they said. Suggesting that burning the ink is not uncommon. Looks like a map of where the treasures are located has been burnt.
So I guess embassy phones are just like normal phones, huh?
Well, what do you imagine them looking like?
Not the balls would have like a flower, and the receiver would be a butterfly. That way it looked like a butterfly receiver was sucking nectar from the flower's base.
If any country has a flower phone, it would be Alabast, don't you think?
Oh, maybe the phone I envisioned would have been from the when they were Cadofia.
There's really no point in asking more on something that never existed in the first place.
You know what you lack, Mr. Edgeworth? Curiosity and imagination.
Me talking to Clover any given day at work. That looks like a very comfy chair. I'll just put my butt in it. It is a comfy chair.
Doesn't look all that broken, so why don't you try sitting in it?
No, I better not. It's very important we observe the crime scene at all times.
Wait, but you already touched things. I saw all sorts of things at crime scenes.
That's because I'm a prosecutor and it's part of my job to examine things.
And my job to be a great thief.
Which is exactly why you're not allowed to touch anything. Touché. You were growing masseter Botox. Okay.
Oh, what is it they said about, there was a line that was like, oh, this line. This is something I say to Clover on a daily basis. You know what you lack, Clover? Curiosity and imagination. That's Botox to stop you clenching your jaw. Just get a night guard, like what?
It would appear this desk also fell victim to the fire.
Doesn't look too damaged. Oh, I think we can rifle through the drawer a bit.
I suppose we should take a look. Hey, wait a minute. You look familiar. This is a rather unusual shape for a notepad. I suppose it must be another souvenir from somewhere. Maybe the Grand Canyon or like Monument Valley, the Badlands, but it's absolutely this.
Eureka!
Shape of the notepad matches the shape of this note we found.
Hey, you're right. What is it? Looks like something straight out of Monument Valley.
There you go, Monument Valley. But according to Clover, no one goes there. No one would ever look at Monument Valley. Why would they ever go to Monument Valley when the fucking Chrysler Building is there? Let's go, Chicago. Other monuments that aren't important. What are you talking about? Oh, we're in the office that has the Monuments of America, and you're annoyed that they don't have ones that are relatively unimportant. Ah, yes, the notepad's a souvenir from somewhere in your country. We've been collecting things for the purpose of studying them, you see. Yes, I do. You seem to be quite passionate about it. Oh, would you like to see my souvenir collection? I'd love to show it to you. Make sure they haven't been burnt to a crisp by the fire. I'd say the Washington Monument's unimportant. I mean, I would. Fucking, we made a statue to a dick? I don't think that's super important, guys. Ambassador Pollyanna, I wonder if you might recognize the handwriting on this note. This looks like Manny's writing. I see in that case. Oh, did you figure something out? This note was found in Alabast. Specifically, it was found being firmly grasped by the murdered Damask II. Damask II? Then this note. Yes, it was a request from Mr. Cochin to Damask to steal the Prima Duck statue. What? Manny tried to steal Alabast's Prima Duck statue? I had no knowledge of this. Don't arrest me. Have a coupon. We would know for sure if we could run a handwriting analysis. Ambassador, do you have any documents that were handwritten by Mr. Cochin? Yes, I can gather a few and give them to you. I have to ask Gumshoe later to run the analysis. I can't believe that Manny would even think of doing something like this. Do you have an idea as to why he would have requested the theft of the statue? There is one possibility, but mind you, it's just my personal speculation. Anything you would tell me would be of great help, Ambassador. We still not done here? Okay, no. We are done. The fireplace. Babal's offices have them as well. As well? There's a fireplace in relatively the same location, the Alabastian office. However, we found something there I'd rather not to recall ever again. I still can't believe that we found that lady's undershirt in the fireplace. It was that traumatizing. We'll have to try creating new memories with this fireplace. Climb inside and we can play a little hide and seek. And come out covered in soot? I think not. Ah, you really have no sense of fun, Mr. Edgeworth. Meet a Clover every day at work. You can see the Alabastian Embassy through this window. So, where were you investigating when you were over there, Mr. Edgeworth? As you can see from here, I was there on the 5th floor. That's where Damask II was killed. What? You don't mean the Damask II? Ah, poor guy. This fellow's second-generation thief. I can't turn a blind eye to this. Even though Damask II was merely an imposter of the original. Here's the souvenirs. Looks like all the souvenirs suffered some damage from the fire. I just don't believe it. Murder on top of arson? What a disgraced name in Yatagrasu. The fake Yatagrasu is guilty of much more than just theft, it seems. I know, because if it were me, my first priority would have been to loot the bookshelf. You would steal ordinary souvenirs you can buy virtually anywhere. You can't buy them anywhere. Each one is a specific location has its own value. And items have memories attached to them as most valuable of all. Would you really rob someone of the valuable memories just like that? No! Because even if I take the souvenir, I can't take the owner's memories. Duh. Christ alive. I'm so tired. Blame work today. I'm just so tired. I don't know why. I truly don't know why. Now then, Ambassador, I'd like to ask you about your movements before the fire broke out. Before the fire? Which fire are you talking about? Which one? There was more than one tonight. Oh, I see. I guess you didn't hear about it. We had 2 fires here at the Bubbly's Embassy tonight. What a bother of all time it was. Wait, but the only fire we know about is the one after the Jam and Ninja show. Ah, well, the first occurred at the start of the Jam and Ninja show. Luckily, only the 5th and 4th floors of our embassy caught fire. That's 2 floors! That's a lot! Not only caused panic among the theater goers, we decided to keep it internal. Then the fire after Jam and Ninja show was on the 2nd, right? Exactly. Yeah, there it is. So I witnessed the fire. I witnessed the 2nd fire. Come to think of it, didn't Detective Bad make a reference to the 1st fire? When was this photo taken? Apparently right after the fires. Oh, he did say fires. On the 4th and 5th floor were put out. I suppose this means the photo was taken just after the 1st fire was put out. So, what was the extent of the fire damage of the 2nd fire? The 2nd fire was contained to this floor, the 3rd floor. Oh, for God's sakes. I'm forgetting voices now. What is going on? Mr. Bad is Mr. Body's cousin? Who's Mr. Body? Mr. Bodie? Why am I so tired? I slugged coffee. From Clue? Oh. Do you mean the live-action movie? Because that's the only one I'm familiar with ever even actually having, like, a personage. Because from the board game, he doesn't even... You don't see the guy. Yeah, the live-action. Okay, well, now the question, Clover, is when you say Mr. Body from the live-action, are you referring to the guy at the beginning of the film with the mustache and the suit, Tim Curry, or... That's always Tim Curry, isn't it? The joke is not worth this. Shut up! You know, you have no idea the lengths I'll go to for a joke, worth it or not. Fuck, I think he was Mr. Body in all of the all the endings, but like half the time, well, a third of the time Peacock killed them, and the other third of the time Scarlet killed them. And then, obviously, in the true ending, each one of them's a killer, except for, Green Hydrate. I don't have... Other than coffee, I don't have a beverage here. But honestly, I'm so fucking tired, I could use a second coffee. I could absolutely use a second coffee. Ahem. Oh, wait, what did they say? The second fire was contained in this floor, the third floor. I think the leftover embers from the fire on the floor above caused it. Ah, that's... How should I put this? A very bad stroke of luck. Yeah, no kidding. My office on the 5th floor, Manny's office here, and Manny himself, all gone in the blink of an eye. I was gonna say, I wonder if there's a Hitman scene, A, in an embassy, and B, where there's a fire distracting people. There's definitely a Hitman level involving a fire. It's in Absolution, though, so it's not very... Absolution's a real, like, divisive Hitman. Some people like it, some people don't. I think there is a fair bit to like in that game, but it's really not a Hitman game. It's much more of a third-person shooter. I have a window washer I can drink real quick for old time's sakes. I've got some Febreze in the room, but it's not, no, there's no cleaner Febreze in arm's reach at the moment. More coffee? I'm making the cup now! Come on! It's almost candy corn season. I do like candy corn. One thing I think Clover and I bonded over very quickly was we were two of the only people we've ever met that like candy corn. Everyone else is like, disgusting! And we're like, it's good. It's not, you know, the greatest candy ever. I'm not arguing that, but it's good. I like it. Oh, look at me going on and on. Now then, what was you wanted to ask me again? We were discussing what your actions and whereabouts were for today. It's like circus peanuts. I do not like circus peanuts. Although, it's been like 2 decades since I've tried circus peanuts. Maybe I like them. I don't know. Ah, another cup of joe. This is gonna keep me up at night until I go and get booze and drink myself into a coma. The way God intended men celebrate Fridays after work. Isn't that right, Ron Flex? Yes, it is. If you happen to know Mr. Cochin's actions and whereabouts were as well. Yes, very well. Let me see. I've been quite busy all day from morning until now making coupons to give people. I thought you said your dad loved an old-fashioned, and I was like, hell yeah. Old-fashioned candy, circus peanuts, and orange slices. I like a chocolate-covered orange slice, if that's what you're referring to. A slice of orange isn't candy. A slice of orange is a fruit. First I woke up, brushed my teeth. After that, I had a roll for breakfast.
Hold it!
Fascinating. How about if you just skipped the relevant parts for me? Oh, you'd like a condensed version. All right, I can do that for you. I had a bagel for breakfast today. So, what did Mr. Cochin and you do this morning? Orange-flavored chewy gummies covered in sugar. Ooh, that sounds delicious. Well, originally we were supposed to meet and shake hands with the Jammin' Ninja. But Manny and I wanted to turn it into a photo op, so we were here tidying up his office. Yeah, Mr. Cochin, help clean Mr. Cochin's office? Why are you not cleaning your own? Also, you're an ambassador in an embassy. I'm just, surely you have a cleaning staff, right? You're literally an embassy. I think I forgot to mention this. My office is currently undergoing renovations. Ah, I see. Bubbly's embassy is undergoing renovations from top to bottom. Pick on Discord. I mean, I feel like I've seen these before once you described them. Yeah, I've seen those. Delicious. Which is why both the Prima Duck statue and the Bubbly's knife are down here. I see. Oh, but the tidying up didn't take much, really. We just burned some files we no longer needed and expired coupons in the fireplace. I bet cleaning up the fireplace must have been a real pain, though, huh? Ah, how about that? I kind of forgot to clean the ashes out. Ha, I guess I'm up the creek without a Manny here to get angry at me.
Hold it!
They have them at Patrick's? Not for long, they don't. Clover, on Monday we begin Operation Orange Heist. I don't want to get into the details, but I'm sure you'll be able to figure it out with a few more clues. It does involve starting a fire and you distracting people with your toes. An ambassador like yourself has been on the receiving end of Secretary's anger. Oh, he was very good at being mad. Why, even just this morning he got mad at me. I spilled some Bubbly's ink onto the back wall when I was burning the files, you see. Then he got mad at me, saying I should treat the ink with more respect. Why toes? Don't worry about it. Let's just say it will distract the right people. Talk about the boss getting bossed around. So Bubbly's ink on the back wall left ashes there. That would explain the massive amount of liquid on the wall back there. So Patrick, exactly. And that's about it for what we did this morning, just some cleaning. Don't tell me you've had no other work to do, being an ambassador and all. I mean, it was a light day at work. They were having a concert and a speech. They probably planned all that shit the day prior. Now then, if you could tell me what you and Mr. Cochin did this afternoon. Well, Manny and I went together to the Theatrum Neutralis. Oh my god. What? We had to be there for the start of the Steel Samurai show. After the show started, I went back to my office on the 5th floor alone. So they were together until the start of the Steel Samurai show. Lucky Charms were invented... Why is she looking up cereal? Were invented when a General Mills employee chopped up circus peanuts into a bowl of Cheerios. Oh. Hope that guy got massive fucking residuals. Because you know General Mills is not wanting to pay that dude. Absolutely not. They're like, cool idea, you're fired for abusing our cereals. Oh, you're on the wiki page for circus peanuts. Ah, that makes sense. So they're together until the start of the Steel Samurai show. A little while later, after I had straightened myself up into a bit, I returned to the theater. Because I was to take part in a photo op on stage at the end of the show. There was a commemorative photo op at the end. Artificial Banana explains why you like them and you and no one else does. Yeah, Artificial Banana sucks. It was a fantastic photo op, the three of us, Ambassador Alba, the Steel Samurai, and myself. After the photo shoot, I went back to my office on the 5th floor to prepare for my handshake photo with the Jammin' Ninja. Seems rather overworked for an ambassador. A lot of press meetings, though. PR stunts. When I got to my office, that's when the first fire broke out and I escaped down the stairs. My office was completely destroyed, but thankfully no one was hurt. I admit I ran away from the first fire as fast as my legs could carry me. But during the second one, I pitched in and helped the embassy staff put it out. Well, I mean, given it started while you were trapped in your office, well, maybe not trapped, but your office was burning and you were there, it's probably wise you got the fuck out of there. Once you're safe, helping out is fine. So you didn't see Mr. Cochin again until the start of the Steel Samurai show. Yes, that's right. Next time I saw him, he was lying there in an eternal sleep. I see. Master Paliano, I thank you that much for your help. Sorry I couldn't be of more assistance, Mr. Edgeworth. If there's anything else, please don't hesitate to ask, alright? Have a coupon. Wonder if you might tell me what you noticed about Mr. Cochin's bottle of ink. I just thought of it right now, but during the second fire, Manny was worried about his office, so he came rushing back to it. I called out to him, but when I received no reply, I used my spare key to open the door. But when I did, I was greeted by roaring green flames. The flames were so big, I wasn't able to see into the room at all.
Hold it!
The fire was green? What was the cause? Well, wit crystal oil burns green when it's lit, just as you can see by this lantern. And Bobley's ink is made from the same oil, which means it would also burn green. You know, I too had thought the Manny's ink had caught fire. So that's why I was surprised to find out there was a bottle of ink left on his desk. Why does every girl you went to high school with that is moderately attractive and successful have multiple children and man that looks like he's on meth? Yo, I've got that, or they moved to California and tried to start a health Instagram. Oh, and one girl I went to high school with who sings in a plus-size burlesque show in New Orleans. Go her. More power to that woman. In the case of the perplexing green flames, talk about a mystery. What exactly was it that caught on fire in here? The way he's just standing there like, I don't know. Had a crush on her high school? Massive crush. Are you kidding me? Oh my god, I would have done anything for her. I believe you said you might have an idea as to why Mr. Cochin hired Damask II. Actually, I fear it may be my fault. As I was telling you earlier, we were to determine which statue was the real one as part of today's event. But because the Yatagarasu and the fire, that got cancelled, didn't it? Ha! I'm actually relieved the rest of the event had been cancelled. Or you see Babal's statue? Well, it's just a replica. Sorry, I was checking my phone. Got a wild picture. There you go. Crickets in here today? Yeah, it's Edgeworth. People wanted this game. They voted for it. But yeah, no, Nathan's not here. Arg's away. Kaida and Noki never say anything because they don't love me enough. Actually, that's not true. Noki chimed in a fair few times with Barbie, so that tells you where her priorities are. But yeah, Nathan doesn't love me enough. Penguin's usually pretty quiet. 7-9's only semi-loyal. Ellie and Tim are gone. Jeppo's probably fallen asleep at this point. He usually does. Barbie's better? It doesn't control better. I'll say it does not control better. And that's why I was the only person I could consult with. Barbie more fun? Eh. This game is the weakest. The next one is much better. Like, infinitely better. You're just here lurking? Yeah, exactly. Oh no, I've mashed A a bunch and skipped voice lines. That's crazy. Part of me might just, like, once, like, it gets going, this case isn't bad, but, like, I'm gonna go ahead and spoil it for you, because I do remember the ending. We haven't met the person who's done it yet. Okay? There are still more characters to be introduced in this fucking case. It's such a slog to get through. Yeah, I know. Listen, you have to trust me. Literally every other game in this series kicks this one's ass. This one is so... Ugh. Have you collected the information I requested? Gotta wait here, so's. Here you go, Kay. Feel free to take a look. It's for you after all. What's all this, gummy? It's all the information in this room I got from the embassy in Interpol. We know exactly how this room was before and after the fire. Speedrun? A speedrun would just be like... Here's the thing. I do think the finale, when we get there, is kind of cool. But I want, like, context for it. But, man, yeah, this is one I don't think anyone... You'd be showering your towels right now. You'd be showering right now if your towels weren't in the wash. Yeah, water. Finite resource. Gotta be using one thing at a time, really. Honestly, I might just, like... On Thursday, I'll need a dry towel. That, too. On Thursday, I'll debate it. I might just, like, turn it on fucking high speed and skip through it to be done with this game. Because, like, is all I can say about this game every time I think about playing it. There's a reason I interrupted Barbie. Thursday? Yeah, we're not playing it Sunday or Monday. We're playing Spider-Man. The next time we play this is Thursday after today. It won't be over tonight? Oh, fuck no. I think even if I sped it up at this point, it wouldn't be over tonight. There is so much of this case left. The bad guy hasn't even shown up yet? No. We have not met yet the bad guy yet. It's been like 50 streams. Hey, I count on YouTube. It's been like 10. This case is long and nowhere near done. Yeah. Alright, hey, this is a poll for the people who are actually here. Manage poll. New poll. Now, when I say speedrun, question mark, what I mean is I'm skipping the dialogue and just following a guide at this point. Yeah. You got 1 minute. And there's a poll. Whoop. Poll going. Do I just speedrun this shit? Yeah or nah? While that's going, because I have a sense of how this is going to play out, let me pull up a guide. Put you over there. Put the stream. Where's the stream? Where's the show? It's there. Ace in investigation 1 walkthrough. I need... God. Case 5 has a beginning, middle, end section. Wow, it's 1-to-1, yay or nay. Alright, 2 people voted, and it's a draw. That's crazy. Seems like a foolish thing to have done, but hey, I had the walkthrough all up and ready. Oh, well. If it's a draw, I'm not gonna bother. I'm an expert at getting people to talk. You two remind me so much of my father and Uncle Bad. I mean, I'll absolutely have a guide up, I think, but I'm just gonna... I think I'll have a guide up, but I won't just skip all the dialogue. Where am I, anyway? Francesca... Okay, I did all that. Larry. Why Larry? Okay, well, no, I'm definitely in the middle. Okay, here we go. Secretary's office. Here we go. Okay. Last 3 streams are going to be the last one. Oh, you're out of your fucking mind.
As prosecutor and detective, your dynamics just like theirs back in the day. Well, don't worry, I'm gonna go find my own wonderful partner someday. When I do, I'm gonna be a good Yatagarasu like my dad, alright? Please don't ask me questions to which I have no answers, Kay. However, I can say this is a truly wonderful thing to find a partner you can trust. I hope to one day. You bet. What now, Mr. Edgeworth? I'd like to ask you a favor. Yes? The gadget, Mr. Thief, was it? That thing you call your secret weapon? I mean, little thief. Coming to rely on it, aren't you? I don't need a crutch like that. I'm asking you because I need it for the investigation. From the information Detective Gumshoe gathered from the ambassador's testimony, could you please recreate the room as it was during the time of the fire? You got it? Here we go. Dark sky thing. Rigged. True. Robin Hood. Alright then. A lot of documents over there. Seems there are other things besides the ambassador mentioned have changed. Possible we might find the escape route. No, what's this? Some sort of light show I was not told about? It's the power of true vigilantes. Really? It's an interesting advice you have there, Miss Faraday. Have a coupon. I believe it's about time we return to our investigation. Holy shit, some fire. Okay, fire. Fire died out. Fire, third floor, ball, piano. But put it that way, assume that no one else entered the room. No one other than the person you were chasing. Anyway, person was up to no good, Mr. Cochin's killer. That's likely. Room before you. Chosen the room precisely because they knew it would be in here. Green fire, preventing. Person set out as green flames. We get it, it's a fucking green fire, oh my god. What base burns the same oh my. The ink.
Take that!
Oh, really? Wait, what? Would it be the counterfeit bills? The ink fucking... Well, nah, that's annoying. Why do I have a guide if I'm not gonna look at it? Shut up, that's why. The bills?
Take that!
What do you mean? The lantern. Because it has oil. You know, the same oil I presented and that's on the counterfeit bills? Couldn't make that the same fucking result, huh? The lantern.
Take that!
Holy shit. Green flame is the oil, the same oil that's in this oil I have. Literally the fucking oil I have. This ink that is wit crystal oil based. And the Bobbly's ink with this counterfeit bill. And oh, what's this? Wit crystal oil! Now established the green flames are caused by wit crystal oil. Furthermore, we know there's only one thing made from wit crystal oil. Hey, I was mistaken about. We found earlier in the investigation. I don't get it. Fill me in. Wait, so everyone can understand. This is the thing made from wit crystal oil that Master Padiano is mistaken about.
Take that!
The ink, almost like I could have fucking presented that last time. It's made from wit crystal oil. I'm gonna have an aneurysm. It's the same color as the flames in the lantern. Precisely, the green flames in this room. We found ink used on the desk. However, we know Cochin was smuggling ink in massive quantities. What do you suppose he made using all that ink? I believe it was the ink to bright green flames. Oh my, are you out of your fucking mind? It would appear I finally found the smuggler's real goal. Bobbly's ink made of ink. This is the source of green flames. Oh, look at that. It's the counterfeit bills. The bills I tried to present earlier and got penalized for from saying fur. You're kidding. You're saying this didn't work the first time you tried to present it? I am. I believe it goes so far as to say as he stole Bobbly's printing press. Coach had permission to freely use the printing press. Why, yes, I remember him seeing use it in the middle of the night. Never did I think he was using such foul deed. The Secretary's crimes would need to be investigated as well. I suppose, yes. Caused a bit of trouble for a few countries, haven't we? Why do we search out all who shielded Mr. Cochin? Were they the ones who started the fire in order to destroy the evidence? All souvenirs. I forgot. Don't. Yeah, don't care. I was looking at the clock. The clock. The clock. There it is. It was apparently a different position before the fire. According to staff member, it was flush against the wall. Which means something was moved. Totally 11 o'clock by now. I don't hear any chiming. Odd, it was still chiming around the dot every hour this morning.
Maybe the fire damaged the internal mechanisms or something. You mind if we take a look in the clock? Go right ahead. Yeah, go right ahead.
Yes, sir, I'm on it. Edgeworth, I found this inside.
It's a length of wire what caused the clock to stop chiming. But what was the length of wire doing inside a clock in the first place? Why would someone do this? Such a valuable clock. Sounds like Pollyanna. It wasn't Pollyanna that put the wire there. That was Cochin's killer. I don't know if the fan's important. Ceiling fan, they spin around to play music. Thinking of a mobile for babies. They're nothing alike. A mobile and a ceiling fan, those spin babies right around like a record. Oh my god! Are you... I'm so glad I stopped speeding through for this one pun. What the fuck are you doing with this one pun in this game? Where did that come from? What a forced fucking pun. Looking at a ceiling fan, talking about mobiles, they spin those babies right round like a record. Fuck off! Shut the fuck up! I see, I guess I can see how you might think that. Right round, round. Not a pun, it's a reference to a song by Dead or Alive. Yeah, right round. I guess pun's the wrong word, but like, come on, that is a forced joke. Spin my head right round, like a record, baby, right round. All I know is that to me, you look like you're lots of fun. Open up your loving arms, watch out, here I come. Ahem. Looks like a comfy chair. Ah, yes, did that. Localizers must have been fans. The Phoenix Wright games are always known for their horrifically forced references. There's a Harlem Shake reference. There's a fucking Fresh Prince reference. There's a Terminator reference. They reference This Is Sparta at one point. It's so forced. Part of the charm, though. You can see Autobast Embassy through the window. Where were you when you were investigating over there? Oh, we did this already as well. The flag? I guess not the flag, just the, yeah, just that. The pile of bills. Paul's already pushing their tourism industry, eh? It would appear that way. You know, I really love to take a trip. Why don't we go after this case? Do you already have a destination in mind? Well, ideally, I'd like to go someplace where I can continue my thief training. If you want to learn the fine art of stealth, perhaps you should visit the studio where they make the Gem and Ninja TV show. That's actually a really great idea, Mr. Edgeworth. I can't believe she took me seriously. The knife is undoubtedly the last thing. Looks like Bobby's knives were already missing before the fire began. It would seem, especially since the other two knife handles were burned away. Main handles were swapped out with handles from the real murder weapon. Babal's national treasure was stolen. Poor Babal, don't you think? I'm not sure I would lump a replica statue in with the rest of Babal's woes. What am I missing? Do I have logic? Fireplace renovate. No. Because that's on a different floor and everything. Do I talk to Cochin about it? No, I've already spoken to him. Gumshoe, then. No. Gumshoe. There we go. Took part in the invasion. Put out both fires. That first fire took a mess. Why is that? Tough time escaping the 5th floor. I tried the elevator. I guess someone had the same idea, because it was in use. If I hadn't remembered to use the stairs at that point, I would have been burnt to a crisp. Wait, that's odd. We always warn our staff that in the case of fire, it's dangerous to use the elevator. Oh? Maybe someone rode it in a fit of panic. Detective, did you see the Yatagarasu that came into the Babbley's embassy at all? I didn't personally. And the other staff members told me they never got a good look at the person either, so... I wonder if you tell me a bit more about what you discovered, Detective. Interesting. So the accent that's fast sounds like you're speaking German with a speech impediment? Which accent? I'm going through several. A second fire broke out right about the time Yatagarasu was spotted in Alabast. Gumshoes? That's also when a suspicious person was spotted in Babal, which caused some panic.
Hold it!
So no one was able to get a good look at the Yatagarasu, which entered Babal. Yeah, all they saw was a mysterious person wearing a long coat. But that's not enough to make a positive ID, you know. Still, stainlet was enough to make people who received the calling card panic even more.
That person in a long coat. Sounds like the exact same person I saw.
The Yatagarasu who appeared in Alabasta was proved to be a fabrication of a shadow. Light, in fact, the Yatagarasu who appeared in Bobol was also suspected.
You can't be serious. No, we're this close to capturing the fake. I mean, Callisto, you.
The Yatagarasu appeared and caused mass confusion, and Kojin disappeared. By the way, Detective, why did you not chase after the Yatagarasu?
I did, but well, this embassy is huge, so I got separated from the staff members I was with and lost for a while there.
Hold it!
We didn't even memorize the building you were going to guard, Detective. I'll be sure to do that from now on, sir. But you know, it was thanks to me being lost I was able to communicate with Kay's rescue.
No, is that a fact?
Yeah, it was when I was lost and wandering the third floor hallway, sir. And when I heard a scream, I headed towards it right away. Oh, that's probably from when I found Mr. Cochin's body. Yeah, I thought it sounded like her, so I got real worried and ran as fast as I could. And it was thanks to Gummy that Miss Sheena wasn't able to take me away. Covered for me until he got here, Mr. Edgeworth.
No, I see, so it can be useful once in a blue moon.
Still, it's too bad Agent Sheena got here before I did.
I wonder who Agent Sheena was before you found her, yeah.
Well, just before I got in this room, I saw her coming out from the room next door.
Agent Sheena mentioned something about chasing the Yatagarasu herself earlier.
Yeah, she was apparently helping put out the first fire. Then, during the second fire, I heard it was busy chasing the Yatagarasu.
She's a very dedicated agent. You would do well to learn from her.
Why are you pointing at me when you say that, sir?
Examined everything in this office. There's one thing that bothers me. I should ask Paliano about it. Master Paliano, there's something I'd like to ask you about. Yes? About this office, it appears to me to be very similar to Professor Alba's office. For example, the location of the fireplace and the position of the grandfather clock. That's right! You paid a visit to the Alabastian side of the embassy. One or two embassies actually used to be one.
Yes, I know. Even the pamphlet mentions that.
Which is why the building is bilaterally symmetrical.
Interesting.
Somehow which room and location of the fireplace is exactly the same, even where the art is located is the same. As my room is currently under renovation, we worked hard to make Manny's room look like the ambassador's office.
You mean for your handshake photo op with the Jammin' Ninja?
Yes, that's right. I mean, what's a photo like that worth if it's not taken to the ambassador's office, right? Yet another odd expression of a ball obsessively competitive spirit for Alabasta, I take it. Thank you, Ambassador. That piece of information is all I needed to connect the dots. To connect what dots? Well, anyway, I'm glad I was able to be of some help. Whoops. Is it booze time? For you, yes. I've still got like an hour left. Connected fireplace and bilateral symmetry. Alabasta and bubbly sides of the buildings are symmetrical. You know, in fact, if I was with a secret passageway.
Secret passageway?
You're asking for yourself?
It's always booze time in Tokenland.
Shut up!
You're not wrong, but shut up!
You know, MS5 turned out to have a revolving back wall.
A revolving wall? Sounds like something out of a ninja house. Wow, it was look like that built in the fireplace, sir.
What? This embassy holds that kind of secret? You need a lot about this room you don't know about, Ambassador. I guess it's time to pay the bill for letting Manny do so much work for me. Please, I really want to know about the real Manny and what you know about this room.
What are you waiting for, Mr. Edgeworth? Let's get to the bottom of this.
Agreed. My first thought is it's likely the killer used a revolving fireplace. Oh my god, that would make it... Wait, what? There's a mark there.
It looks just like another fireplace, doesn't it? How do you turn again?
How about I push where the X was in the far wall? Little obvious, don't we think?
Oh, I see an X back there, so let's see what happens when I push it.
Hold it!
Ah, you scared me, so.
There's something about this fireplace that lies in contradiction with the facts.
Huh?
You found an X where you thought there'd be one. That's not what I was referring to. Something's missing. What does scenario contradiction mean from us? Well, it's the fact there was nothing but ash left, right? Manny said as much. Left ashes there, yeah, in the fireplace.
Eureka!
Master Paliano, you said you burned some old fires in the fireplace today, correct? Yes, I burned quite a few fires this morning, actually. After you did that, you forgot to clean out the ashes from the fireplace, correct? That's right, but why are you asking? And why are you making such a scary face? So I admit I'm a bit intimidating when I'm serious, in any case. Look at this fireplace and tell me what you find odd about it. Let's see. Huh? Where'd all the ashes go?
What's the meaning of this, Mr. Edgeworth? You don't really think that Master Paliano is lying, do you?
No, there's no reason for him to lie. I don't believe his testimony is wrong either.
It is the fireplace that's causing the contradiction. I wonder if it might update the fireplace data for me. You got it? I'll add the ashes and the burnt files. Sounds like you pretty much figured out everything now, huh? Well, it was nothing. All we did was follow our leads. Let us. Oh, I sense coming. You're about to dazzle us again. Oh, you mean that? Well, Mr. Edgeworth is known for it. There's really no need for you two to dance around the name of what I'm about to do. Deduce, I assume. Gotta at least take a look at the... Never let's take another look, yeah. Look at this. Ashes and battle party out with the... We follow where the piece of truth. It's time to use your secret weapon. Go on, sir. I'll ignore your strange phrasing and focus on the information we have. It's, yeah, this, right? So, revolving fireplace and missing ashes. Reason as to why the ashes are missing is simple. Not because someone cleaned them up, right? No. Even if someone did sweep them up, the fireplace is too clean. Ambassador Palliano said he spilled ink while he was burning files. There's not a trace of spilled ink anywhere on the back wall. Then I don't know what happened. I'll tell you what happened. The two sides were switched. Using the revolving fireplace, the ashes were moved into the neighboring room, which means there's a clear indication the fireplace was used. Then you mean the person I was chasing disappeared from the room through there? Yes, I believe the person you're in pursuit of is Mr. Cochin's killer. After committing the murder, escaped through the fireplace. Wow, Mr. Edgeworth, you figured out the killer's escape route. Now we have to chase the killer down. Yeah, about that. If the killer used the fireplace to escape this room into the next, it's only logical for us to talk with the person who's in the neighboring room. Well, that person's in the next room. Oh, was it that person, sir? Yes, Detective Agent Sheena. My God, it's Sheena. We have met her. Looks more and more like Sheena's the killer, isn't it? Let's not jump to conclusions yet. We need to go through that to what we know so far. She came running straight in this room from the next one, instantly accused you. Furthermore, she claimed it could only have been you that killed Mr. Cochin. I don't have any proof yet, however, I know she is hiding something from us. Okay, then why don't we go ask Miss Sheena herself?
Hold it!
No, not yet. There's something needs to be done first. Gumshoe! So, is it my time to do something, Mr. Edgeworth? Yes, I have a two-part special assignment for you. I need you to run a handwriting analysis on Damascus Second's note. Alright, I'll get the lab boys on that right away. Second, I want you to see if you can fit through the revolving fireplace wall. Right now, sir? No, next decade. Of course now! We need to test our hypothesis, don't we? Go on, Gummy. You can do it. Alright, I'm gonna do this like a wheelman. Here I go, through the fireplace and back. You shouldn't need to psych yourself up that much for a simple task, Detective. Wow, the wall inside the fireplace really did turn. That's so neat. Now I want to try going through there, too. There really is a secret passage in there. I had no idea. It does seem quite narrow, I have to say. It appears the ash really was pushed to the other room. Furthermore, Babidy's ink you spilled, Ambassador, is still in the back wall. Here I go, sir.
Hold it!
Detective, I'd like you to go through there under the same conditions as the killer. Huh? There's all that ash and stuff. Your point is, we're short on time, so if you could please hurry through. Yes, sir. So now we pretty much have the whole picture, right? No, not yet. There remains a few more mysteries to solve. Such as the Autograss's whereabouts, the other smuggling ring members, and 2 weapons that made it across the border. The key Miss Yu stole 7 years ago. In fact, we haven't figured out a thing regarding how Miss Yu was related to the embassies. Mr. Edgeworth. A number of pieces connect in very complicated ways in this case. It's almost enough to make one completely mentally exhausted. Yeah, almost. What are you saying, Mr. Edgeworth? I thought you were the one who said it's easy to follow the leads. Was that supposed to be an impression of me, Kay? If it's info gathering you need, Gummy and I can help with that. Then all you have to do is show off your fancy, smanchy logical deductions. Show off? Doesn't seem like I'm being boastful when I do that. Let's not overcomplicate matters, okay, Mr. Edgeworth? You've been so focused like a laser, only what seems strange and out of place. It's no wonder anything has clicked and we haven't unlocked anything yet. If we think things through calmly, the answer should come to us. Okay? That sort of thing I say to myself when I'm practicing how to unlock padlocks, you know? That's something I hope practice doesn't make perfect for your sake. Yeah, looks like you're back to your straight-laced self again. Mr. Edgeworth, I'm back, sir. I can see that. Good work, Detective. Looks like you could use that fireplace as a door, sir. Are you right, Gummy? I'm okay. It's just a bit of ash and dust, that's all. Your jacket's gotten quite filthy. I see the hem is practically turned black. Yeah, well, quite a bit of the unburning got on it, sir. I see. Thank you, detective. You did a fine job. I'll even pay the cleaning bill for the trench coat. Oh, no, sir. I could never. This is just my old coat, sir. If it was a coat I actually cared about, then I'd get it cleaned. But, you know. I see. Very well, as you wish. Seems like you should have taken him up on that, Gummy. Because Gummy was able to climb through the fireplace, we know it can be used, right? Yes, that's not all we learned. We actually learned the other important fact. And that is... I will have to explain to you later. Right now, we need to deal with the handwriting analysis, Detective Gumshoe. Yes, sir, I'll be back before you know it. Gummy Santa? No, Larry is Santa. He came down the chimney. Gummy just went through the fireplace. Handwriting analysis of Mr. Cochin's handwriting will take a bit of time. Let's go and wait in Theater Neutralum, along with Lang and Sheena. Okay. I'm on part 5-4, parentheses, middle 3. Ugh. According to the walkthrough. Anyway. Agent Lang. Lang Z says, get the plot over with. Those quotes are becoming increasingly difficult to decipher. Wait, what did he say? Lookubs never know the real fury of the Elder Wolves. What the fuck are you talking about? And what does that mean? It means you'll never know how angry I can get. Mr. Prosecutor, the counterfeit bills made with Bobbly's ink. They were all Zhang Fa denominations. Yes, I heard from Von Karma. But we don't know where the play money has gone. They must not have figured that out. It was all burned yet. Ever since those things showed up in circulation, my country's economy's taken a big hit. Zhang Fa is financial chaos as we speak, because we can't tell the difference between our own bills and the fakes. But it's not just the money. The citizens are also worried. I've staked the honor of the House of Lang on this. I'm pretty sure he believes in him. Oh, absolutely. I've come to land the capture of the mastermind behind the whole mess. I investigated how the bills were made and how the ink was smuggled into Zhang Fa. And I pursued the smuggling ring all the way here. But tonight, this is where the final chapter is written. Elder Wolf sounds like something out of the Alpha and the Virgin Werewolf smut stories. That sounds like something I should read on stream. Make it a private adult stream and just read smut. Have a smut night with Token. Ooh, that could be my next Valentine's stream. Despite my frantic efforts to chase the smuggler down, someone got to him first, and now I'm called to return home without a single answer. Lang, don't start. It's not your fault. It's not anyone's fault, Mr. Prosecutor. Well, it's the murderer's fault. Master Alba, I'm sorry for all the trouble tonight. Oh, no, it's I should apologize. It was all because I was not strong enough, but if only I was able to think of a better solution. Quackus, you old fool, curse your empty brain. Hey, we've met the bad guy. Only one character here is new, but I'm gonna go ahead and say we've met the bad guy. You can maybe guess. You're being too hard on yourself, Ambassador. What? What do you mean, what? I take full responsibility for tonight, end of story. Sheena, let's go. Time to return to our den. He doesn't, that's not a wolf pun. He actually just has a den in a hotel room he's going back to. I don't like to admit it, but there's not much for us to do but to go home. Agent Lang, you, Wolfman and Secretary Lady. Hold it. Objection, pal. Not to give anything away, but the person who it is no longer on screen. Not to give anything away, but the person who it is currently on screen. Ahem. Detective Gumshoe, have you got the results of the handwriting analysis already? Yep, and that note was definitely written by Mr. Cochin's. Just as I thought. Good work, Detective. Mr. Prosecutor, how long do you intend to hold us up for? Sorry to have made you wait. I believe now everything is finally here. Agent Sheena, I'd like to ask you something if you don't mind. Hey, you know what? Once I've started speeding through this and not, like, pausing, the pacing doesn't feel as bad. Maybe I'm the problem. I'm not. It's the writing. Although I admit I'm not helping.
How exactly did you fail to see the Yatagarasu when you were in the neighboring room where Mr. Kochin was killed? I'd like to explain that to us. What? Hey, Mr. Prosecutor, what are you doing asking her about something she didn't see? Lang hasn't touched the ball investigation at all. I suppose I will need to explain a few things first. Master Edgeworth, I can't even begin to imagine what's going on in that head of yours. The only thing going on in my head is the pursuit of the truth. Oh, it sounds like you have some sort of plan. Very well supervised to the end. Ah, she's seriously going to treat me as a subordinate for the rest of the day. You're not trying to pick a fight with my subordinate over some flimsy guess, are you? At this point, I don't know what you're saying what to, Clover. Listen, we're all here for, you know, like, being held hostage by this game. The bad guy is the 72-year-old man, all right? You can't see his age because of my webcam. But the bad guy... Oh, that's right. It made my webcam bigger for the Barbie stream. I forgot to shrink that back down. The bad guy is the 72-year-old man. There you go. So, look forward to seeing how this guy could possibly be the bad guy. Penguin's message asking. Yeah, I was saying this is the bad guy. We finally met him. Technically, he had one scene before the rest of these guys showed up, but, like, it was one scene and we barely met him. No, at this point, I will say the reveal that he's the bad guy is pretty cool, but, you know, just look forward to that, I guess. And then there's these two. If you've been following the plot by this point, you should know that Sheena's the first bad guy. This case has two bad guys is the problem. I should have known. You and I are destined to fight it out in the very end. Well, I'm fighting with Sheena, actually, but whatever. Food's here and you made booze? Nice, what's the food? Well, I'll prove her innocent, so let's see what you've got, Prosecutor Edgeworth. With pleasure. For my opening argument, I'll discuss the Yatagarasu that appeared in the ball, and establish exactly who it was the case saw. Agent Lang, I assume you've been briefed on case testimony. You mean the suspicious person in a coach he saw? That's right, the person is one of the keys to solving this case. Chicken Milanese. Didn't you order that last night? And they, like, shorted you a lemon or something? The person who pretended to be the Yatagarasu. Pretended? And what do you mean by that? I'll get to that in a second, but first I want to review what Kay's mystery person did. Kay, if you could please explain for us what the person who you were chasing did. Okay, you got it. I first spotted the suspicious person near the open-air stage at the Bobbly side. Called out the person, but as soon as I did, that person ran off. Thought it was rather suspicious, so I immediately gave chase. For the sake of the argument, let's call this suspicious person the Yatagarasu. Please tell us what happened when you chased the Yatagarasu to the third floor. Can do. I chased the Yatagarasu all the way up to the third floor of the Bobbly's Embossy. There was a pretty straight chase down the hallway until a sudden turn. The Yatagarasu disappeared around the corner, so I did my best to catch up. When I turned the corner, I saw the Yatagarasu run into Mr. Kochin's office. I gave chase and ran into the room. When I entered the room, it was pitch black. I couldn't see a thing. I felt something on the ground next to my foot, so I turned the lights on, but then... Ah! Who's there? By the time I turned the lights on, the Yatagarasu had disappeared. When Kay entered the room, the person she was chasing after was already gone. Why do you suppose that was, Agent Lang? What do you mean, why do you suppose? Isn't it obvious? The person slipped out the door behind the girl under the cover of darkness.
Objection!
Sorry, but I know for a fact the person didn't escape through that door. Oh, and how do you know that with such certainty? Humph, that's easy. You're not here to be judged? No, but, you know, I'm just asking. The Yatagarasu, they would have run into this person.
Take that!
Yeah. Your answer is Sheena? Yes, because let's consider what would have happened if the Yatagarasu had used the door. When Kay screamed upon discovering Mr. Kochin's body, the Yatagarasu would have run right into Agent Sheena, who was in the next room over. Ah. Agent Sheena, would you mind telling us if you saw the suspicious person in question? No, I did not see anyone. You see, therefore the Yatagarasu could not have escaped through the door.
Not so fast!
It just means the creep slipped out before Sheena made it into the hallway.
Objection!
I doubt that, as there was another person in that hallway, a certain detective. Detective Gumshoe, where were you exactly at the time? Me, sir. Well, I heard Kay's scream. And went towards Mr. Coach's office from the opposite direction, Agent Sheena, sir. So, Agent Sheena, can you explain how someone could have eluded both of them? Even you must concede under these circumstances the door was not a viable route. Oh. He was getting a ho-ho? Again? God damn it, Gumshoe! Also, please, that would be copyright. They're Swiss rolls. So you can stay as neutral as the Swiss. Way to go, Edgeworth. You nailed it with just an explanation of what happened. Yes, I've eliminated one of the possible escape routes from that room. But this is far from over. I need to make Agent Lang aware of that as well. Of yet another possible escape route the Guttergrass could have taken. Ha 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 ha! I get it, so that's what you were trying to show me. Mr. Prosecutor, let me guess, this is what you're trying to say, right? Because the door was not a viable escape route, then there must have been another way out. Precisely. Hey, Mr. Edgeworth, it's time to bust out your own revolving fireplace explanation. Not quite yet. Huh? But why? I thought this would be the perfect time. The revolving wall on the bubbly side is known to only 4 people. If we use this information unwisely, the truth may escape us in the end. What's with all the whispering over there? Scared I'll figure out your tactics? Nothing of the sort, Agent Lang. Come, let's continue where we left off. That's a smug, haughty attitude you've got. You're really rubbing me the wrong way, you know that? Well, no matter. I figured you out already anyway. The only other possible escape route besides the door is the room's lone window. And since such an eerie picture of said escape route exists, you're saying that this photo captures the moment the Yatagarasu's escape. I guess Detective Bad must have filled him in on the photo. I have to admit that at first I thought this window to be a possible escape route as well. However, I now know that to be impossible. Why? I realize you may not know this, but humans can't fly. Oh, shit. I didn't know that. Clover, you lied to me. You told me you could fly. I said, prove it, and you showed me that documentary, Peter Pan. Of course I know that. It's bloody common sense. Besides, I never said that I thought the photo to be the Yatagarasu's escape route. I suppose not. All right, then. Explain yourself. The shadow in the photo is not the Yatagarasu that Kay was chasing after. You can say whatever you'd like in whatever language you want. But there's only one language I really understand. The language of love. What? I mean evidence. Oh. Very well, then. I present you proof the person Kay saw is not the same as the one from the photo. I mean, Kay burst in after the second fire, right? And this was taken after the first fire, so...
Take that!
Alright, sweet. They forgot your salad dressing for real this time? Oh no! At least it's better than forgetting the lemon. Let me explain to you precisely why the shadow in the photo is not the Kay spotted the Yatagarasu headed for the third photo during the second fire. However, the photo in question was taken just after the first fire. Ooh. You got boba tea? Go you. I'm not a fan of boba tea. I don't like tapioca. Where'd he go? That's twice you bit him in the butt now. God. I wish. Lang, he's an asshole, but like, absolutely would. Am I right? Look at the man. Absolutely would bend that boy over. We're not done yet. You still have to explain what that shadow is. And how the Yatagarasu escaped. I don't suppose you can answer both, can you? Regarding the photo, I admit we don't understand what it means quite yet. As I thought. However, the Yatagarasu's escape route, now that I can answer. You can? Well then, Mr. Prosecutor, go on, enlighten me.
Hold it!
Even if I explain to you, you'll try and find some flaw with what I have to say. You were busy heading up the Embossy investigation, correct? In that case, I doubt you'd have much knowledge about the bubbly side of the case. You get the tea without boba, or replace it with popping pearls. What are popping pearls? Wouldn't it be best to lead... Wouldn't it be best if the lead on that side, Agent Sheena, explained in my stead? Sheena is my subordinate. If I don't stick up for her, how can I look her in the eye and call myself her boss? Lang, it's alright, I can take care of him. Sheena, you've shielded me a lot as my boss. Why? What has she done that needs shielding? If you can believe it, a whole lot of sexual harassment. I'm also a freak who doesn't like black or green tea or matcha. Don't forget matcha. All right, if you're okay with it, you have my support. Finally, it's down to Sheena and myself. This is where the battle really begins. Now then, what is it you'd like to ask? Matcha's a green tea? Ugh, no wonder I don't like it. Let's see. Why don't we start with your movements inside the Poppy's Embossy? Listen, I don't like beverages that taste like death or plants, okay? Well, I guess orange is plant, and I do like orange tea, and lemon tea, those are plants. I don't like tea that tastes like death and grass, all right? So yeah, I don't like green tea or black tea. During the first Bobbly's fire, I assisted in putting out the fire. Yeah? During the second fire, we're searching for the Yatagarasu that appeared in the ball. Okay. While I was searching, I heard a scream coming from the room next door. Although I was in the next room, I was unable to catch a glimpse of the Yatagarasu. To be honest, I'm actually very skeptical that those Yatagarasu even exists. Just tell me what to do. Present the revolving fireplace in the fourth statement. Got it. I'm not lying when I say I saw a suspicious person run to Mr. Cochin's office. Like I said earlier, I have no intention of retracting my testimony. What'd she say? Did she say good? Just confirm, did you have a partner when you were on investigation? No, I moved alone. In that case, you have no one to corroborate your alibi. Is that correct?
Not so fast!
Are you calling her suspicious because she was in a room all by herself? How pathetic. And it wasn't when Miss Sheena tried to arrest Kay under the same rationale? And how about when you accused Larry because he was the weapon's owner? Now, that's unexpected use. Not that it's unexpected for that useless lump to get into such a situation. I suppose it's never a good idea to let mistakes go uncorrected. I'll make no excuse for what I did in that situation. You should apologize right now for making Kay out to be the killer, pal. I'm sorry, Sheena. Apologize. I'm sorry. It's really okay. I mean, I'm not under suspicion anymore. Right, Mr. Edgeworth? Well, I never doubted you. Not for 1 second. The same goes for me. I believe in Sheena. Then let's put that to the test and see if she really has worthy of your trust. And this promises to be interesting. Yes, the fireplace in the fourth state. Fireplace.
Objection!
Being in the room next to Mr. Cochin's office is the problem with your testimony.
Not so fast!
Mr. Prosecutor, I don't see what the problem you're talking about here is at all. Lang, do you recall the secret we discovered in the Alabastrian office's fireplace? Huh? Oh, you mean how it connects the office with the room next door? What about it? Well, Alabasta isn't the only country with secret connecting fireplaces. What? The fireplace in Mr. Cochin's office holds the exact same secret. What? Yatagarasu didn't escape through the door to the room or the window. The escape route was through the revolving fireplace wall into the next room over. Now do you see? If the Yatagarasu had escaped into the next room, the thief would have run straight into Agent Sheena. Meaning that it's impossible for her to have missed the Yatagarasu. Aye! What is the meaning of this, Myers? Well, would you care to explain, Agent Sheena? How you managed to completely miss the fleeing Yatagarasu, or shall I? Your claim that you were in the next room was a lie all along, wasn't it? The truth is, you were the one that saw Kay in the coat. Pretending to be the Yatagarasu, you were the one she chased after. You tried to lose her, you ran into Mr. Cochin's office and headed for the fireplace. Then you shed your coat in the next room, leaving it there to emerge as Agent Sheena. Her hair was in her eyes. Yeah, that does mean she's evil. After that, you came back around to place Kay under arrest. Does that sound about right? If not, then speak now or forever hold your peace. How dare you make Kay look like the bad guy when you're the suspicious one, pal? Sheena? Okay, so you guys ready for a reveal that actually kind of, like, shook me as a kid?
There she is laughing. Uh-oh. That laugh. Uh-oh. I remember this irritating laugh. Ugh. I'm getting chills down my spine. It can't be, but it has to be. Well, he doesn't know any better. But no, yeah, Sheena is absolutely Callisto U. The fucking bitch from the last case. She is, in fact, somehow an Interpol agent. Don't worry about how that happened, but... Yeah, no, that reveal fucking spooked me as a kid. I was like, oh shit, she's back. Sheena, what's wrong with you? I'm sorry, it was so funny I couldn't help but laugh. Funny, you say? Yes, that you would accuse me of being the Yatagarasu. The prosecutors of the country really are so very strange. Do you think you can get away with this by simply laughing it off? Popping pearls are shaped like boba, but have fruit juice inside. It's transparent so you can see the juice. When you take a bite, it pops in your mouth. Oh. Well, that sounds lovely. Maybe I could have a ginger tea with some, popping pellets then, as part of boba. Does boba, is boba the flavor? I don't understand. I know it's tapioca, right? Want to comment earlier that Sheena was you? You mean spoil it? Fuck off then. Not surprised, to be honest. Yeah, well. As a kid, that twist threw me. Hey, R, good job not spoiling a fucking twist. What do you want, a medal? You think I'm taking things too lightly? I think not. It's that prosecutor who is. Look, everything you said earlier is nothing more than mere speculation. The Yagarasu fled through the fireplace. Do you really have any proof to back that claim up? If you don't, you haven't proven a thing regarding the Yagarasu's escape. The tone of your voice you're taking with me now has certainly changed. That's because it's been a while since I've had this much fun. I think I'll let loose, and then we can have a real battle of wits. For an agent of Interpol to show me the true power of her mind, it's a great honor. You thought it was Sheena. Oh, there you go. Didn't plan on spoiling anything. Sorry, I thought you said you were looking up a guide and realized this was you. Yeah, no, Sheena and you are one and the same. Don't underestimate me. I'm not some foolish broad, you know. I know, and that's why I won't hold anything back either as I answer your questions. My questions? Is it proof a revolving fireplace was used recently? The revolving fireplace or the testimony. Testimony.
Take that!
Just to spice it up. I'm sorry, but is this really your honest answer to my question? Yes. According to Ambassador Paliano's testimony, you have boba in your tea. The main flavor comes from the drink. All right, but what is the tea? Like, what flavor is it? Can it be any flavor, or... Oh, you're saying the tea itself is flavored by the boba. Okay. So it's a fruit tea? Interesting. So I could have a lemon boba, and I would actually enjoy it. It's nice someone looked at boba and said, I want to make this edible. They was burning some documents in the fireplace with Mr. Cochin. Boba's the style bit. Hey, gang. Hey, it's Token here. If I were to go to a boba place and say, I want boba, but I don't know what flavor it is. It's tea with pearls, typically tapioca. Okay, but I hate tapioca, and Penguin is telling me there's popping pills, or popping bubbles, that can be a different flavor. Would that mean it's no longer boba? You can get many flavors of tea, you can get popping pearls instead. So could I, in theory, just yes or no, could I get a lemon-flavored tea with, like, lime-flavored popping pearls? Is that a thing I could do? Hypothetically. Yes, in theory. Okay, I understand now. God, the tea discourse. The ashes of what they burned were left in the fireplace, so they should have been there. However, when to investigate the room, the ashes weren't there. Why is that a problem? Maybe someone cleaned them up.
Objection!
Unfortunately for you, Ambassador Paliano said he forgot to. So the question remains, why were the ashes missing? The answer is simple. When the Yatagarasu went through the fireplace wall, the ashes pushed to the next room by the wall, along with the wall. The moon and the ashes that were in Mr. Cochin's office is my proof. Laughter. Chuckle, chuckle, chuckle. And just what is so funny? Ash as proof? Are you even allowed to submit such flaky evidence in court? Bit literal, that. You wish to fight us? Of course, why wouldn't I? In that case, let's hear your counter-argument. My counter-argument? This really is just like being in court. Well, to me, it's simply continuing from where we left off all those years ago. I have no idea what you're talking about. It doesn't matter if you're at the crime scene or in court. Let's finish this here and now. I was talking about fruit-flavored tea. What's boba? And popping pills? Popping pearls, I misspoke. But yeah, Penguin mentioned she got boba, and then I said I don't like tapioca, which is normally what's in boba. And Clover pointed out I don't like black tea or green tea because, you know, I actually have taste buds. And, yeah, that got us down this whole tea story, as it were. Fifth statement, okay. Suppose I've had a lot of fun today, but I got weary of this game of cat and mouse. Should I get menu in Discord about the different flavors? Sure. Fucking slap it in. A visual aid might help. Let's make this the last testimony and wrap up this absurd case once and for all. Bitch, you wish. You and everyone else wishes. In my eyes, all you've done is prove the rotating fireplace was used. You can't really prove that the Yatagarasu used the fireplace, now can you? So then who was it that used the rotating wall? Show me your answer with real evidence. Remember, we've already finished our very thorough investigation, and we found not a single suspicious thing in Mr. Cochin's office. And there you have it, my counter-argument. Ah, that's very impressive. She has seen through the fact that I have yet to gather that one piece of evidence. What is it, Kay? I haven't known a peep out of you in quite a while now. If you don't think you can handle it, feel free to leave the rest to us. But Kay, pull yourself together, woman! Hits the child. You are the true heir to the Yatagarasu name, are you not? If you want to steal the truth, then you must never take your eyes off it. This chase you are running to catch the truth, you must see it through to the very end. Mr. Edgeworth, you're right. I will see this through to the end. So you go get her for me, Mr. Edgeworth. That's not really what I was getting at, but with pleasure. Looks like your lack of evidence has left you wide open, doesn't it? Sheena, please. Show me as someone I can trust. Don't worry, this will be the deciding match. You'll see. Is boba some tea shop, then? No, it's a flavor of tea. We kind of talked about it in chat, Arg, if you want to just read the previous messages. Popping pearls would give it the flavor. Yeah, kinda. Like pills you drop into tea give it flavor. Yeah, they're like, balls of flavor. Or pills, as I said. I'm truly sorry, Agent Lang, but I can't allow her to escape me again. Very well then, Sheena, shall we begin? I'm ready whenever you are. Alright. Wire on the fifth statement. Whoops. Skipped it. Skipped right past it. That's on me. Present the wire.
Objection!
Well, while you say that you and your agents have finished your thorough investigation, you're absolutely certain you didn't overlook anything. Well, aren't we full of ourselves standing there insulting Interpol agents? May not be insinuating my men are incompetent, Mr. Prosecutor. I'd never do that. However, it doesn't change the fact they did overlook something. I'd like you to take a look at this length of wire. And what exactly is this supposed to mean? Why is your sweat milky? It's so weird. Length of wire, so what about it? I'll tell you what, we found this in the Bobbleys embassy not long ago. What? Then we found it wound up beside the grandfather clock in Cochin's office. You found what? At the scene of Mr. Cochin's murder? But the wire isn't all we found. We found another very important thing. There's more. In Mr. Cochin's office, there were signs someone had been burning counterfeit bills. Was in the...
that evidence was something you found out through the girl's machine, right? So what if it was? Ah, that's what I thought. Unfortunately for you, a recreation made by a machine is hardly concrete proof. Among the ashes you found in the room, did you happen to find any counterfeit bills?
No.
You see, so there's nothing in that office, nothing you can call evidence anyway.
Objection!
I'm sorry, I seem to have given you the wrong impression. How so? I don't recall saying I was presenting evidence of any sort, but rather I was pointing out your investigation was incomplete, and that this throws doubt onto the purity of your investigation into the Atagarasu. You still suspect me, I see. Alright, then I ask you to point out what part of my investigation is incomplete.
The other Interpol agents worked under the command of Agent Sheena, and it is not possible the reason the person K was chasing chose the 3rd floor was because the person knew there would be no other agents on the floor. Furthermore, we've come to see that Agent Sheena was the only pretending to be investigating the Atagarasu to the point of arresting K. In that case, there's only one location that has not been inspected. It's the office, right? Yeah.
Take that!
Location Agent Sheena, of course, is the room you claim to have examined. I believe the room next to Mr. Cochin's office warrants a thorough inspection.
That I doubt you'll find anything of use to you there.
I'll be the one to decide that. Detective Gumshoe. Yes, sir, I'm on it. I'll be back after I check out the room next to the office. I'm going to stand and point the whole time. Yeah, no, I won't. Ma'am got tired. My God, he's taking a while.
Edgeworth, do you think Miss Sheena's the Atagarasu?
Yes, if my logic is sound, I believe she is. There's Jeppo with his trademark
Half an hour before the stream ends. I'm not gonna let her get away with ruining the name of Yatagarasu. But can you prove she's the Atagarasu is the question.
If Gumshoe can find what I'm hoping for, then yes, I should be able to.
And just what are you hoping he'll find?
Let's just say I had Detective Gumshoe do a little experiment for me earlier.
Experiment? As if that detective has the brains for high science. Place in Pentagon City where you can get strawberry lemonade with strawberry popping pearls.
Sounds like I need to pay a visit to Pentagon City Mall one of these days.
It wasn't that mentally taxing. I had him use the same escape route as the Atagarasu. And what did you find out by doing that?
I found out I can do a flawless impersonation of you, but also it's possible for a person to tip through a revolving wall door. Second, that by going there, his coat was covered in ash and Bubbly's ink.
Who cares what his coat was covered in? It's not worth that much anyway.
Ah, but is it really worth so little? I believe it's actually quite a meaningful result, the value of which I'm about to prove. Mr. Edgeworth, I found some things that you really need to see, sir. First is this ridiculously cute photo of a poodle. You gotta see this thing. Detective, we have no time for such. My God, that is cute. All right, never mind. I'm glad I saw that. Now then, this evidence. Yes, very good. What is it? What are these things that you have found? Some makeup, a coat, a pair of shoes.
You found a coat? Hear that, Mr. Edgeworth? Maybe it's the one the person I was chasing was wearing.
Yes, possibility exists. Agent Sheena, were these pieces of evidence not in the room when you examined it?
Psh, unfortunately for you, those aren't suspicious items of any sort. They all belong to me. They were getting in the way, so I stored them in that room.
Put your shoes in the room?
What? Aw. Thank you for bringing them to me. It saves me a trip. May I have them back now?
Hold it!
These items the detective brought back are incredibly significant. I request you be allowed to examine them.
They're my personal belongings. You have no right to touch them without my permission.
Objection!
I wish to examine them for the sake of the investigation, but if you wish nice access to them, Agent Lang, let's hear your opinion on this. I say let them look at your stuff, Sheena. Lang. Sheena, let's put it all out in the open. If you're really innocent, you have nothing to worry about. Ah, great, that argument. A-cap, by the way.
I guess so. All right, go ahead and examine whatever you like. After all, I have nothing to hide.
Good. Now let us begin. I mean, it's the coat. Let's examine the coat. Yes, sir. You can tell there's ink and soot on it. Look at the fucking thing. It appears you managed to stain your coat rather badly. Agent Sheena. The Atagarasu case always wearing a coat. And I'm beginning to wonder if this stain wasn't created when you went through the fireplace. Yeah.
Ah, no, you have it wrong. That soot probably got on my coat when I was helping the police put out the fire.
And what if this dark substance around the hem of your coat? That argument is horrible. Oh, absolutely. If you're really innocent, you have nothing to hide. Bitch! Just because I didn't kill the man doesn't mean I have nothing to hide. Maybe I don't want you turning out my backpack. Maybe I've got things in my backpack I would just rather not have dumped out in the open. I still have private affairs I don't want put on display, thank you very much. I didn't realize the hem was that dirty. I'm sure it's just some water mixed in with soot from when I was helping with the fire. I don't think so. You think you can get away with such a transparent lie? Yeah, don't lie to us, pal. This is the same pattern of dirt that got on my coat when I went through the fireplace. Your words ring hollow in the absence of evidence, you know. So unless you can prove that the dirt on my coat is from the fireplace, which I can... How? You did a great job, Detective Gumshoe. Huh? Me, sir? What did I do? This coat is exactly the piece of evidence I was searching for. I had been hoping to find the coat the person Kay saw wearing. And thanks to you, he proved going through the fireplace would sully a coat. I don't quite get what he's saying, but I'm happy for the place. All that remains is us to show the dark substance on the coat hem is. And you think you can do that? Of course I can. It's the dark substance that sullied the hem of the coat. It would be ink.
Take that!
Bobbly's ink? Yes, this is what will prove the coat went through the fireplace. According to Ambassador Poliano, he burned some files in the fireplace this morning. You told us about that already, so I don't see the point in mentioning it again. My point is he spilled some ink on the back wall of the fireplace at the time. The dark substance on this coat turns out to be Bobbly's ink. It would prove you when your coat went through the revolving fireplace wall. Ah! Sorry to have clipped one of your wings, Yatagarasu, but we're not finished yet. You have no way of proving whether or not this is Bobbly's ink on the coat hem. Oh, but I do, and I intend to show it is ink in a few seconds. How? How, you ask? Since you don't seem to know, allow me to show you. This is how I prove. Wear the coat! Burn it. What? We can find out whether the Bobbly's ink or not was lighting it on fire. That's how you're gonna prove it's Bobbly's ink. Yes, if you could please cut a section of dark stain for me, I'd appreciate it. Because it will show you here and now what the dark substance is. Sheena, sorry to do this, but I'm gonna have to cut off a bit of your coat. Go ahead, I wasn't planning on wearing it anymore anyway. Now then, if someone could loan me a lighter or something. Oh, I've got some matches. I always carry them with me so I can light smoke bombs. Well, that's not suspicious as hell. But if I could please have one, okay, we can get this experiment underway. Just because in Killer doesn't mean I want my private affairs in the open. Exactly. There's a flame. It's the same color the flame's wit crystal oil produces, which means terrifying. Bobbly's ink is a product of wit crystal. Boy, hug Ronflex. Ah, there you go, Ronflex. You're what? Someone remembered you exist this stream. That's a hug from Clover. Ah, there you go. Pat, pat. You're always here for me, even in the boring cases. Bobbly's ink is a product of wheat crystal oil, and when lit, the ink produces a green flame. I believe the time has come to clip the Yatagrasu's other wing. Sheena, you're the fake Yatagrasu. The one who killed my father. Prepare to die. It's about time you came clean, Sheena, or should I say, Callisto, you. Mr. Prosecutor, you're not serious, are you? Do I look like the joking type to you? Aha. Callisto, you. I've never heard that name before in my life. It's a matter of speaking in that attitude. You haven't changed a bit in 7 years. You're a defense attorney that killed Mr. Faraday and then tried to blame me for it. Well, we're gonna make you play more Barbie. I mean, I will next year. It's Barbie month, right? I've narrowed down a few choices after all. Ahem. If she's the manner of speaking she was 7 years ago. Oh, really? And you have proof? You insist I'm this Callisto, you woman, but you can't prove that. If you have no proof, I'm afraid you won't be able to lay a single finger on me.
Objection!
The raven is a very unique bird and one that flies by the darkness of night. However, the light of dawn has arrived and it will reveal your true ugly form to the world. What the fuck are you talking about? Enough poetry. I want to see some evidence. Do you really have something to prove she is Callisto you? I do. It's something the second Yatagrasu has preserved for us these last 7 years. Do me the honor, Mr. Edgeworth. I will, Kay, for we finally have come to an end. Prove to be Callisto you with this and clip your wings for good. I believe it's the perfume.
Take that!
This perfume, this will prove you to be Callisto you. It will. Kay has preserved it perfectly for us. Surely you remember this bottle. It belonged to Miss Yu just before she disappeared 7 years ago. Naturally, this means a few of her fingerprints are on there as well. Ah.
And this is the bottle of perfume you spilled, which I have preserved ever since. I heard from my father, Bern Faraday, that if stored under right conditions, a fingerprint can be preserved for decades. Which means your fingerprints are still on here, every last one. We can clear everything up if we compare the prints of this to your own. Now come, Agent Sheena, will you submit yourself to a fingerprint test? If she were smart, she'd have burned them off with chemicals. Wow, she is kind of going crazy. She has like fangs. Holy shit, that's a little terrifying. A little hot, but mostly terrifying. Like, goddamn, dude. It looks like you've seen right through me yet again. You're sending the biggest chill down my spine, Edgeworth. Callisto, you. What the fuck is this Who let the jazz musicians in? Why? What? So you've shown your true face at last. It's a face of thrill. It's even greater than last time. This feeling of thrill, it's even greater than last time, 7 years ago. Sheena, you're... Like, I really enjoyed our days together. But you're an insanely strong, nice, kind-hearted idiot of a man. Yo, I've been called that a few times in my life. So you're a spy all along. A mole sent by the smuggling ring I've been chasing after. Someone who had been feeding them intel on Interpol all this time. Very good. Maybe you're not as big of an idiot as I thought. I've never heard that, actually. Only the first part of that. Callisto, you, the woman who killed my father 7 years ago. Just pulls out a gun and pops her in the face. Weird choice of tune for this scene. Yeah, right? This is not tonally appropriate at all. You're her, aren't you? The fake Yatagarasu. That's right. Callisto Yu is just one of my many names. Even that is just a facade. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I am the great thief Yatagarasu. Callisto Yu, this time you won't escape, for this is the end of the road for you. Come along quietly. You know, you're the one who left the strongest impression on me, Kay Faraday. And if you not use the Yatagarasu's gadgets, I might never have known who you were. But here you are, being a thorn in my side, just like your father always was. Okay, don't. You, I'll never forgive you for what you did to my father. Pfft, you are just like him. Mr. Faraday, too, possesses such laughable honesty. I don't know, she doesn't want you having gotten away with murdering her dad. I'm not sure that's laughable honesty, is what I would call that. Now we can get her? Exactly, yeah. This is a serious, somber scene. The upbeat, funky tune doesn't suit at all. Yeah, no, this is like a swinging jazz beat. Oh, for God's sakes, Kay! Love the hair, though, Kay. Great look. Great look on you. Real damn shame about that gun. She's using the same stupid gun again. Like the double-barreled snub pistol. Like, is that a real thing? Are there guns like that with two barrels on the top and bottom? What? Does the hammer go twice? I don't understand how that gun works. Kay! Ah, you let Kay go right now, pal. It's a real thing? Sure. You look despicable. Let go of me, you filthy... Ah! You think I'm a fake, don't you? Well, unfortunately for you, I'm the real Yatagarasu. But that's impossible. My father was the one who created Little Thief. Ah, hey, Edgeworth. Yatagarasu has 3 legs. Do you know why that is? Why it has 3 legs? Well, that's kind of the myth, isn't it? 3 main reasons. Flashback, 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 flashback. No, it can't be. Did you finally figure it out? Do you finally know the real identity of the Yatagarasu? The real identity of the Yatagarasu is Burn, Callisto, neither person. The identity of the Yatagarasu is neither Burn nor Callisto Yu. The third is their dick. What, the third wing? Or the third leg, I see. Silly me. They kept talking about wings and shit. The barrels rotate. Oh, it's one of those. I have seen those now that you mention it. Yeah, the barrel rotates after you fire it. I've seen that gun. Okay, that's fair. Normally you always see them like in action being rotated, so I didn't recognize it right away. By the same token, they're also both the real Yatagarasu. How very perceptive of you. No way. The single person known as the Great Thief Yatagarasu never existed. Mr. Edgeworth. No, I refuse to believe this. The Yatagarasu is known to have 3 special skills. Skill number 1. The Yatagarasu is always know the exact location of a target object. A lawyer who would have opportunity to learn the layout of client corporations. Skill number 2. The Yatagarasu always knows exactly how to disarm the security system. A good prosecutor would be well versed in the ways of a criminal. That feels like a stretch. And skill number 3. The Yatagarasu doesn't leave a single shred of evidence behind, ever. Oh, shit! His gun is bigger. Detective Bad. It was only natural for the Yatagarasu to never leave evidence behind, because the lead detective on the case hid it all away. You're the 3rd member of the Yatagarasu! You. I've been looking for you a long time. 7 long years, but I finally got you. Ah, why, Mr. Bad. Long time no say. What happened to us? We used to be such a great team. If you were such a great team, why did you kill my father 7 years ago? Why indeed? I will say, this part of the case is at least interesting. We've got guns and hostages and resolution. The problem is there's like a whole other third of this case left. Yes, I'm not kidding. It was nothing personal, really. He was just another person I had to kill. Definitely didn't see Bad being Yatagarasu. Yeah, this part, shit's happening. How can you say that? I will say at the speed I'm going, I will probably be able to beat it Thursday. Which means one more day of this. Only one more day of this. I got wary of this. It's about time for everything to come to an end. And this time I won't miss. Stop! You! Kay! It's over, Sheena. Oh, damn. Your leg! Damn, Lang just took a bullet. Looks like from Bad, Lang took a bullet. Agent Lang! You idiot! What were you thinking jumping in front of my gun like that? What are you risking your life for? Sorry, Detective Bad, but no matter what sort of past she may have, or even if she is a spy, it doesn't change the fact that she is my subordinate. Alright, Lang, you're kind of an idiot. As long as she is, I can't allow any harm to come to her, not even from you. You really are an idiot, you know that? Wow, women have said that to me, too. Real back and forth on what women have said to me with you and, Lang here. That's fine with me. Same, brother. You should know by now that this is just how I am. Hey, sis. Yes? I want you to conduct a full-body search of Cena. She might have another weapon on her. Oh, it's pretty... You say it to me daily? True. Yo, pretty based that he had the only other woman in the room, like from Interpol, conduct the search on her. Just gonna say, bravo. Good call, good call. Absolutely. Seen a U-twist coming, didn't see Bad being part of the Master Thief group? Yeah? Oh no, there goes the pretty lady. She was cute. Detective Gumshoe, your assistance, please. Why are you asking him? So. Hey, I found something. Yeah, Agent Lang went to the trouble of asking the woman to conduct a full-body search on the woman, and then she deferred to the man. Cool, awesome. Oh, well, shit. That's a bit of a giveaway, isn't it? What's this, sir? Looks like a blade of a knife, but it doesn't have a handle. This is a great find, Detective. Huh? It is, sir? Let's try pairing it up with the blade of that handle. Surely this one.
Take that!
I believe this blade actually belongs to the handle on the murder weapon. Hey, they fit together perfectly. The blade must have been taken from the crime scene when the knife handles were switched. I'm gonna go return the Bubbly's knife now. Alright, I trust you will make sure it's returned to Ambassador Palladino. Bubbly's knife handle given to Gumshoe. I believe it makes it perfectly clear who did it, Callisto you. For the only time the handles could have been switched is just after Mr. Cochin's murder. Ah. Which means I must have been Mr. Cochin's killer. You killed Mr. Cochin with the Alimastian knife. There he goes. Switched the handles and then took the original blade of the Bubbly's knife with you. Later, you allowed yourself to be spotted by Kay near the open-air stage. You used the fireplace to lose her and went back to accuse her of murder. That's about the sum of it.
Objection!
You crafted an engaging tale, Edgeworth, but there are two problems with it. Problems in what respect? What do you think my real reason was for allowing her to chase after me? It was also I could capture Kay Faraday. What? When I saw you using Detective at Gatewaterland, I knew right away you were Byrne Faraday's daughter.
This guy having Gummy wander around with a very sharp, culturally valuable knife. He turned it over immediately, right? Or wait. What was given to Gumshoe? Bobbly's knife handle. Oh, we gave him the handle.
That's how I found out you were on the trail of the Yatagarasu. So that's why you tried to pin Mr. Cochin's murder on me. Yes, I knew you would show up at this embassy tonight. So I thought to use you, but pinning the murder on you wasn't my only goal. You had another? Yes. Once I had you under arrest, I had planned to search you and take back the device that rightfully belongs to me, the true Yatagarasu. You were gonna take little thief away from me? 7 years ago, it was thanks to that detective that Faraday was able to infiltrate this place. But he stole more than he should have. I thought I had a tough time recovering the precious key.
And the person who stole the Yatagarasu's key from Mr. Faraday? You. That incident 7 years ago. What was the catalyst behind it?
In the eyes of the smuggling ring, the Yatagarasu was becoming a bit of a problem. It wasn't an especially pleasant assignment.
Then why did you become a member of the Yatagarasu?
Why? There's no why. I was destined to betray everyone from the very beginning.
From the beginning? What is that supposed to mean?
The person I had to take orders from hasn't changed, even now to this day.
Does this mean the leader of the smuggling ring wasn't Mr. Cochin? And the real ringleader is still out there pulling the strings? Who could it fucking be? Are you done asking what you need to know? Because if so, we should probably get going. If you're gonna tell me everything you did tonight, understand, Sheena?
I guess I should tell you then that I was the one who set the Bobbly's embassy on fire.
And why did you do that?
I suppose it was to destroy all the evidence of the counterfeit bills.
That was what the smuggling ring was trying to do, but then why start 2 fires?
Sorry, can't tell you anything about the ring. It's your job to complete your investigation after all. But I had my fun. Now it's your turn to enjoy the ride. Wait! Miss Sheena. Yes? When I fell to the floor earlier, these were at my feet. What about them? They're such pretty hair sticks, I thought, well, I should return them to you. You can have them. They're of no use to me anymore. If you don't want them, you can always just throw them away. No, I want to keep them. Suit yourself. Oh, that's right, I almost forgot. Edgeworth. About the second problem I had with your story. I didn't kill anyone tonight. Oh.
Smuggling reader's the blonde bastard. What? No, that couldn't be true. What?
I'm not saying that as a sore loser. Think of it as a hint, if you will.
Mr. Prosecutor. Yes, Agent Lang? Mark my words, I'm not done here. I'll be back. It's got nothing to do with duty or anything, because this has become my personal case. I may have been shot, but I'll show you just how dangerous a wounded wolf can be. His anger appears to have negated the sensation of the pain in his injured leg. He's limping away. Adrenaline got him cooking, does it? It's finally over, Kay. No, it isn't.
I feel like I've peered into her heart a little bit, you know? And it's so cold and dark and incredibly lonely. The person who was giving her all these commands. The one who thought my father was a problem to be removed.
That person is the real ringleader behind the smuggling ring.
Mr. Edgeworth, I have a favor to ask. Can you hold on to these hair sticks for me? They're really pretty, just like the ones they were selling at the Jammin' Ninja show. But until the case is over, I don't think I can look at them without being overcome.
I understand. I'll take good care of them for you. There's a bit of soil stuck in the ends of these sticks. Interesting. There's some dirt on the tips. Oh, I guess it's that time already, huh?
So it's midnight, the dawn of another day.
Adrenaline can temporarily negate pain. Yeah, absolutely. Hey, Pops, thanks a bunch. You've really done a lot for everyone all these years. Detective Bad, don't tell me today is the day. Yeah, it is. With this, I can retire in peace. Shouldn't you be arrested? Like, harsh to ask, but like, you should be arrested, right? You were forging evidence for years.
down to the wire, and we almost didn't make it. But we did it. We solved everything. You were 1 day before retirement? What a fucking cliche you are. Down to the cigarette and the trench coat and everything. But that's just it. We haven't solved everything yet. The ringleader of the smuggling ring you, the Yatagarasu, we're chasing after. The legend of that Yatagarasu is now over. Mr. Edgeworth, that bit of logic earlier, it was brilliant. I felt like I could leave it all in your hands. I'm counting on you. Is it really true, Uncle Bad? Were you also part of the Yatagarasu? As I said to you earlier, Kay, I'm truly sorry. I wanted nothing but peaceful life for you. Uncle Bad. Hey, don't take it so seriously. It's all just one big joke, right? Unfortunately, it isn't. Oh, come on, sir. She's just yanking my chain, isn't she, Mr. Edgeworth? Detective Bad. Wait, no, you're no longer a detective. Mr. Bad, I'd like to ask you about the Yatagarasu. Ah, you too, Mr. Edgeworth. Mr. Edgeworth, here, I should give these back to you. Ah, the KG-8 incident. These are the pages from my KG-8 files. Oh, shit, Bad stole them. I actually didn't know that. I'd completely forgotten that detail. That was at the very beginning of the game. Huh? Wait, what? Mr. Edgeworth, I must apologize for last night. God, yeah, canonically, that was 1 day ago. This bit from the very beginning. So the autographs who stole into my room was you, was it? Wait, that means what? Tell me it's not true. That's too insane for me to believe, sir. It's true, even if it's not something you want to hear. The KG-8 incident, it was a very emotionally trying case. We stood in that courtroom, Faraday as the prosecutor, and I as the lead detective. Faraday had evidence in his possession that would prove the defendant guilty. However, because it was stolen, the defendant was found innocent. You was the elder sister of the victim in the case. When the defendant was pronounced not guilty, she let out a great wail. Beyond forging evidence, Yagarasu gives robbery, blackmail. Pretty sure you can slap extortion onto the racket. Yeah, honestly. That's when I realized obstruction of justice, there was a limit to what the law could do. The only way to bring someone like that to justice was to do so ourselves outside of the courts. That's what we thought all that time. That's how we formed the Yatagarasu and vowed to bring to light any dirty dealings companies had within the ring, including companies that dealt with the Amano group. Mr. Amano's conglomerate! We called ourselves the Yatagarasu and flexed our collective muscles. We exposed all sorts of shady dealings as a warning to business world as a whole. By doing that, we were able to stop the higher-ups of covering things up. And then it was finally time. We had finally arrived at the moment when we'd find out the ringleader's true identity. It was then that you literally stabbed us in the heart and Faraday died for it. But why? Wasn't she the sister of the victim in the KG-8 incident? After Faraday's death, I looked into her past, and that's when I found out that she was a phony. I'm sorry, what? The victim of the KG-8 incident, CCU. She never had a sister. What the fuck? What? Then that means Sheena wasn't the only fake name she used. Callisto U was another pseudonym. God damn, Sheena. From the beginning, that woman was a spy sent by the smuggling ring. She said it herself. I was destined to betray everyone. It's from the very beginning. Wow. Gotta say, the smuggling ring really fucking clocked that. They played you guys like a fiddle. No offense. The point is, as noble as their intentions might be, the Yagarasu engaged in multiple crimes over a long period of time. Oh, yeah. Let's return to the real topic at hand. Mr. Edgeworth, this trump card that we stuck on to the page of this case file. Use it wisely. Trump card. That photo we stuck in there. Try peeling it off. Behind it slumbers a piece of evidence that Faraday hid away all those years ago. It's the mark of the Yatagarasu, but why? This is a directives card for the big boss. Take a look at the back. Oh, shit. This was something Coach had on him at the time of the KG-8 incident 10 years ago. That blood is from the victim of the incident, Miss CCU. But why is the card adorned with the mark of the Yatagarasu? The The reason why we called ourselves the Yatagarasu was because of the three-legged raven mark the smuggling ring's boss used. Apparently, orders from the boss would come on these cards without fail. The person who received the order was supposed to burn it immediately after reading it. Apparently, it burns bright green flame when set ablaze. You mean the cards are written in Babbly's ink? The fact the card the coach had sent made it to Faraday's hand and all is nothing short of a miracle. We decided that whenever we stole anything, we would send a card along with it to the police. So that's what those white cards are. The great thief used that mark, and only those within the ring would know. It was our message to the ringleader, that we were only a few steps behind. Huh. That's actually clever. And one more thing, Gumshoe. I've been trusting this to you. You're a lollipop? What the fuck? Dude, that was in your mouth. That's gross. Oh, that. What's this, sir? Is what I was talking about earlier. During the KG8 trial, Faraday had this in his possession. This is important, definitive piece of evidence. I thought it was stolen. How do you have it? The person who stole it from us 10 years ago was a man by the name of Ernest Amano. He had it locked and hidden away for all this time. But we forced him to tell us where it is, finally, after the other day's kidnapping case. Huh. This video. Let me closer! I forgot what his voice was. I'm warning you! It was the same video that Mr. Portsman was trying to conceal from me. Yeah, it would seem that even he was caught up in the ring's web. Amano was preparing to take on the boss someday, and the video was his insurance. That's where the prosecutor comes in. It was to retrieve the video. On top of that, he was apparently instructed to sneak into your office and steal the trump card. You saw it for yourself, right? The card that told him to preserve the evidence. The card was not a calling card of the Yatagarasu, but rather a directives card from the ringleader to Mr. Portsman. The two pieces of evidence make for a strong weapon for whoever holds them. Forced him. Had you perchance use enhanced interrogation? Hey, he had it coming. He probably just tugged on his earlobes a bit. The evidence Mr. Portsman thought to withhold from me, and the one that you stole from my office last night. Both pieces are illegal for me to use, either one as evidence. Whether you use them now or not is up to you. But they will be of help to you when you take on someone who is above the law. The boss of those who cannot be brought to court that Mr. Faraday spoke of. Man, it's crazy. I bet it's an ambassador. Detective Bad, there is no limit to the law, for it is the people who determine the limits to them. You still insist that even now. You really are something else. I leave the rest in your hands. Now then, Detective Gumshoe, the handcuffs. Oh, he is going to be arrested. Fair enough. It's time to lock up the last remaining member of the Yatagarasu. Pops, don't ever lose your detective spirit. Pops, why is this happening? This is injustice. Like I always told you, do not get emotionally involved. Now let's go. Yes, sir. Well, there he goes. Hey, fair enough. He went to jail. He'll probably get a light sentence, you know, cooperating and all. Is this really the end of the legend? To be continued. Okay. Fucking Christ. Alright, according to the walkthrough, we are in officially the end game. We're officially in the end game. I know. Crazy, right? We're only just now in the end game of the end case. I should beat this Thursday. Thursday should be the last day of this game. I don't care if I have to run a little bit long. We're ready to move on from this game. So one more stream of this and then we move on. Been a while since we've spun the wheel. Spider-Man might be close to done as well. We've got 4 more bosses, technically speaking. Otherwise, you'll riot. Yeah, like I said. It'll be the last one Thursday. I guarantee it. And then we spin the wheel. And then I can't decide what the next Streamer's Choice game should be. It's either going to be Kingdom Hearts Chain of Memories or it will be Deus Ex Human Revolution. I've been bitching about not playing Deus Ex Human Revolution on stream for ages, and it's like, hey guys,
Deus Ex Human Revolution, anyone? And no one's ever requested it. So I'm taking matters in my own hands and making it something I put on the wheel myself. Love that game. Love that game. So that'll be fun to play. Anyway. For now, though, love you all, be good people. I will see you Sunday with Spider-Man. Till then, Toodle Pip, have a great weekend. Good night, everybody. I have to go on a booze run. Toodle Pip.